are now listening to the Fantasy Standard Podcast on Talkdown TV with P and Ryan.
Welcome to the Fantasy Standard Podcast on Talkdown TV. This is P alongside Ryan. If you're watching, it means you're on YouTube, and we kindly ask that you drop a like and hit that subscribe button and click that little bell. Make sure you get the notifications. If you're listening, well, that means you're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Audio Boom, and all other podcast platforms. For those of you there, we also ask that you hit that follow button and leave a review. And we're here. This is now the first quarter of the season in the books, right? Baseball playoffs is on, basketball talk. So that means we're like getting right in the thick of this football season. For that, we have here this gentleman who I have to say he beat me this week. We'll talk about that a little bit later. A very highly regarded person here. Keith, how you doing, brother?
Good evening, fellas.
Good evening.
How's everybody doing?
All right, we're great, man. Ryan, how you doing, buddy?
Good, man. I'm glad it's Tuesday night. I'm not gonna lie, I low-key look forward to these conversations, man. Like, I love it. And I mean, it kind of showcases that not only do we have a dope fantasy league, but we have a fantasy league full of smart people that understand football.
Yeah, or people that are learning, or people that are learning from those of us that know football.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, either way, it's a good thing. I see you have a little baseball back there going on.
Yeah, man. Red Sox looking at it right now. It's too early still. I don't want to get too excited, but we took the picture out, so we're looking at it.
Okay. Yeah. So good luck to whoever is a Red Sox fan or a Yankee fan. I'm neither. So
if you're a Red Sox fan, you're watching this, drop a comment below, man.
Yeah, drop a comment below. Who do you want, Yankees or Red Sox? Let's move on to this because I have so much stuff here that I want us to get into. The first thing I wanted to do, because we got through the first quarter of the season, is, and since I have two people that know so much about football, I wanted to talk about power rankings. Right? I think why not now? Let's just see now. Maybe by week 8, it'll be a lot different. So I'm going to I'm going to go ahead and give you, this is ESPN, by the way. I maybe should have used NFL, but I'm just going to use ESPN because I think they polled this. This is coming from fans. And I'm going to name them, okay? If anyone if anyone has anything miscellaneous they want to say.
Can we guess who number 1 is? I haven't looked at it, so I don't know what the power rankings are.
You know what? I'll do this. Before I go, you guys give me your top 3, and I'll see what we have here.
Give me your top Keith, you can go first.
Go ahead, Keith. Give me number 1, the number 1 team according to the poll from ESPN. Who do you think it is?
Arizona Cardinals.
No,
that's my number 1.
That's not it. The number 1 team, crazy as it is the Buffalo Bills.
Really?
Can you believe that?
Oh, 40-0 win kind of helps that.
Yeah. Well, 35-0 and then a 40-0. So that definitely helps. The number 2 team, what do you think it is?
Gotta be the Cardinals.
Yeah, the Cardinals.
I'm about to say I had Cardinals 1, Bills 2nd.
Okay, and the reason they had the biggest surprise here is that success is happening so quickly. That's what they had listed here. And it's not that them being good is surprising. It's just that they have everything clicking, and the run game is clicking now too.
With James Conner.
So I pointed at, but Edmonds is looking.
Yeah, no, they got a. I like that. Yo. I mean, me and Pete talk about this all the time, but these running back committees, man, like they're actually making sense now. Right? Like Pollard and Elliott, Edmonds and Connor. Like, I think some of these coaches are getting smart, right? And like, hey, let's not get 2 guys who are the same. Let's get 2 guys who complement each other so we can switch it up and the defense has to think a little bit.
I think that's correlated to the idea that they don't want to pay running backs anymore also. Right.
I agree.
I agree.
Wow.
How do you minimize a running back's ability to space? Say 15-15, whoever gets more touchdowns gets a contract. That's what I would do if I was coaching. Right.
No, I agree. But even places like Dallas, where Zeke is getting paid a lot of money, the fact that they're still sharing that backfield, I mean, to keep Zeke fresh and that Pollard is good enough to warrant those targets and touches and stuff.
Zeke
So I think, I love what the Cowboys are doing, man. I mean, I'm a Washington fan, and for me to be able to admit that, like, they look freaking good, man.
Yeah, they actually have a defense this year, which is not really normal.
Facts.
Not
we
really
mentioned
normal.
Diggs. We mentioned Diggs like almost every day, every episode. We've mentioned Diggs as a corner.
Yo, are the Cowboys in the top 5? We continue with the top list. Are the Cowboys in the top 5?
They shouldn't be.
No, they're not.
They're on their way.
Number 3 is. Do you want to guess who number 3 is?
I can. Rams.
That's it right there. And the biggest surprise is Cooper Kupp for them.
Yeah.
Even though
routes
wasn't that great a game.
But Woods isn't eating. That's going to change. Like Woods is going to get 1,000 yards this year. It'll happen. I don't know when, but
I'm glad Rye mentioned the route. I wanted to talk about that Hunter Renfrow route and that story that we heard on Monday Night Football. Rye, you want to tell them?
Yeah. Did you hear about it, Keith?
No.
Oh, so it was in the was it preseason or not preseason?
Yeah,
like
in the preseason when they practice with each other.
Yeah, like just joint practices. So the Raiders and the Rams practicing together, and Renfrow was cutting up the Rams defense, like destroying them. And they're like, "Yo, what the heck?" So McVay and Kupp obviously saw the routes he were running, and I don't know if they asked or they just straight up just jocked it.
Oh, yeah, they didn't.
They just jocked it, yeah. And those I don't know if you've seen Kupp doing those like routes that he's been running, where it's like a almost like a hesitation. He runs a fake and he comes back out. Like, it's been a majority of his touchdowns in the red zone, and now it's Renfrow's route, and he's the one who they took it from. So it makes sense that Kupp is balling, and Renfrow is doing the same thing. Yeah. Not as much as Kupp, but
yeah. So the first game of the season, I think they said that Renfrow did the route, and he they called
it PI.
Yeah, they called it pass interference. But they also mentioned that the reason that the Raiders said that they need to use that before somebody else does is because they knew and they heard guys like Jalen Ramsey say we need to use that shit.
Oh shit!
You have to go look at the tape. It's
almost unguardable.
Route. It's a brilliant route. It's amazing, man. And I wonder, like, damn, nobody ever did that move. Yeah.
But, and it's an old route. It's not like new, because they were talking about it again last night, and it was not like something that just got invented, but it just hasn't been used. Like,
Stafford's killing it early though.
Oh yeah,
Stafford's killing it. He's airing it out, man. Like he's. You got to imagine a guy like him in his head. He looks at Aaron Rodgers. He doesn't look up to him. You know, he doesn't. Would you if you were Matthew Stafford? Like, he's, my man's trying to get a piece of the damn steak.
Yeah,
he's trying to get a piece of steak, bro.
I think he's finally got a team that has all facets that might get him there. Now it's on him, right?
Yeah.
Now it's on him. Let's move on to number 4. Number 4 is, what do you think?
Packers?
No.
They're
the next team.
4 should be the Bucks.
The Buccaneers. Yes.
Bucks. Yeah.
Yeah, the biggest surprise for them is the large number of injuries. I think they're down to, I forgot they said.
Yeah, their whole secondary is gone.
Losing Gronk is a big deal too, bro. Losing Gronk. Like, Gronk is like playing in, who the hell would have seen that coming? That dude came out like he must have been taking steroids. Like, straight up, like, how? I had him 4 years ago as like a 2nd round pick, and I was driving myself crazy.
I remember.
2nd round pick.
Well, he did lose a lot of weight. He lost a lot of weight. He kind of redesigned him.
Well, I think what happened around that time is that, you remember, Gronk, these injuries would pile up and he would play through them. And he was known to be that guy. I think he tried to come back from that back injury too early.
Do you know how he met Bill Belichick? I think they said, or was it Bill Belichick or one of his college coaches? No, it was Bill Belichick. The first time he ever met him, Bill walked into the room, I believe, and Gronk was laying on the floor on his back, on the hard floor. And the coach said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "Just laying on the ground. My back hurts. I was partying last night." This dude is a savage.
Jeez.
Like, Gronk is a savage, yo. That's why he's so popular. Like, he went on WWE, right? Like, he left the sport for a little bit. Nobody says it, but he's a rock star, bro. He's like,
And the whole not watching tape stuff that he had. That's the only statement that I've ever heard that he walked back.
And I'm getting to the point. That's the greatness of Tom Brady, right? Like, he could have him, Antonio Brown, who lost his mind, batshit crazy, right? Like nobody, he can't be on any other team in the league, bro. Like I don't think Antonio Brown would survive on a single other NFL team.
No.
You know, and Tom Brady's got that. Leonard Fournette, who I think left his damaged goods, no offense. You know, I think he was almost out of the league. Tom Brady brings people out of the shell, out of the ghost. That's his strength, man.
Yeah. Before we move on to that next team,
going a little.
What did y'all? No. What did y'all think about that Tampa Bay New England game?
Overhyped.
Did it live up to the hype? Overhyped, you're saying?
I like the hug.
Overhyped. Yeah, it was cute.
It was cute.
I don't know. I just felt like I knew he was gonna break the passing record, but I mean the fact that it was raining didn't help. He was overthrowing everything. It seemed like, but he had chances to make big plays. It's just I don't know, man. Bill Belichick was literally throwing every different coverage at him every down. So it wasn't like he was making it any easier. But I mean, it was a good competitive game, I guess. For
the run,
Mac Jones impressed me a little bit.
The fact that the run game for Tampa also showed up, right? That's something that you've been waiting for. So that's good to see. Even though Rojo is scary, if I got Rojo, I'm a little scared.
I'll tell you right now, though. The Bucs better gear up because when they play teams who can actually throw the ball, they're gonna get killed.
I know
because they have no secondary right now.
Yeah, they got what? Winfield is the only person left.
I think Winfield just got hurt too.
Did he?
He got hurt on that last drive, yeah. Or that last part of the game. Everybody's hurt, I think, except Sherman.
Winfield entered the concussion protocol. So you're right.
That's what it was.
Damn. Yeah, they lost Carlton Davis. Jason Pierre-Paul is out with rib fractures. I didn't even know about JPP. So
that whole defense is falling apart.
That's something to watch, right? Yeah. You know, you think that Tampa's defense is going to show up. Maybe the run stopping aspect is going to show up, but
they keep stopping the run. They keep stopping the run.
As long as they got what's his name, Vita Avea. As long as he's there, they're going to stop the run. Yeah, and those linebackers, David, and they're going to stop the run.
You can't run. You can't run on the Bucs. You can't run on the Bucs.
Let's go to the next team, another NFC team. So far, there's been one AFC team in the top 5. The Green Bay Packers are at number 5 at 3-1. They were number 1 last week, apparently, on this ranking. They dropped 4 spots. They dropped 4 spots. So the biggest surprise is that the offensive line is holding up. That's what they're saying here. That they lost Bakhtiari, right? I think he's recovering from an ACL injury. Elgin, I don't even know how to say his name. Elgin Baylor. Elgin Baylor. Jenkins, their guard, a Pro Bowl guard. He's missed the last 2 games with an ankle injury. And then they have 2 rookies and a rookie right guard and a second year pro at left tackle. So it's like they're just piecing this thing together and it's holding up. Is that Aaron Rodgers though?
I think a part of it's Aaron Rodgers not showing up for camp early. When did he show up? Like he was a little late.
I think he showed up for week 1. Week 1.
Yeah, like a little late. Carl was actually talking to me about it in the office today, like how important the preseason is. Even like Daniel Jones, he was using as an example. Mm-hmm. He didn't really look really good week 1. He's playing well now. I don't like Daniel Jones very much, but he has a point.
Yeah,
playing well.
Playing well, serviceable, right?
Hey.
But I think a lot of the times they just, a guy like Aaron Rodgers, you think should just be able to show up and play like a stud week 1. That's not really the case.
Yeah,
it hasn't been the case. He has to warm up. He has to heat up a little bit.
Yeah, A-Rod, man, and this could be the last dance. Their cornerback, their star corner, went out with an injury last week, so that's something to monitor, right? They can't afford to lose any pieces on defense.
Yeah, you know what's benefiting the Packers right now? They've had a pretty weak schedule start. Like they played the Saints, who beat them. Mm-hmm. They played the Lions, who everybody's beaten. They played the Niners, barely beat the Niners.
Yep.
They played the Steelers, who everybody's beating the Steelers. So it's like next they play the Bengals, win, Bears, win, Washington, win. Then they got to play the Cardinals, Chiefs, Packers, Vikings, Rams, 5 weeks in a row.
Oof.
Yeah.
So
good luck.
So safe to say they need to fatten up now.
They'll probably be like 7-1, and then they'll come out of that like 8-5 or something like that. Like
possibly,
man. So that's gonna be fighting for the playoffs. We got the next team, another AFC team here.
The Chargers.
No.
What? They're playing the Chargers out.
Gotta be Kansas City.
Did this come out? Did this come out before Monday night?
Kansas City. Yeah, probably
No,
Kansas City.
It's not Kansas City. It is. Really? It is the clock-killing Cleveland Browns.
Oh, they deserve that.
Most overrated team.
No, they got a good pass rush, dude. That Clowney and
but their quarterback is trash.
The Eli was trash too. The Giants when they won.
Yeah, Baker doesn't do. We talked about Baker. Baker doesn't need to do anything but hand that rock off, do a good play action, and just nice quick passes. Nothing crazy. You don't need to be a hero.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, I'll tell you right now. Go ahead, Keith.
I was gonna say that's a really good pass rush. Clowney, I'm sorry, I can't remember the boy's name.
And Garrett.
I keep wanting to say like the helmet.
Miles Garrett. Yeah, Miles Garrett.
The helmet assassin.
No, but
that's what he is to me. I forgot his name.
Did y'all see that that Miles Garrett put on Twitter? He said because they showed a picture of him sleeveless, and he's like, "That's the last time I'm going sleeveless." Because I thought it was Photoshop how big his arms were.
Oh no, he's huge, bro.
He's a savage.
They drug tested him the next day, and then he said, "I'm never not wearing sleeves again."
Yeah, because he usually does wear sleeves. He has like the baggy sleeve.
I'm telling you, you know what? I'm actually gonna put the picture here while we're talking. It's gonna be on here when the episode drops, so you could see the picture I'm talking about and tell me if that's photoshopped or not. In the comment section below, please let us know. Is this photoshopped or is this man really this big?
Imagine getting hit in the head. That boy's lucky to be alive. He got hit with that helmet. That was crazy.
With his helmet off.
Yo, but
he's so that's like dodging a Mack truck, bro.
You think he really hit him in the head hard, or do you think like mid swing he was like, "Yo, I shouldn't be doing this shit"?
It looked like he was trying to take his head off. It looked like he was trying to take his head off. That was a weird sequence of events that just unfolded on television by chance.
When we were watching the game, an observation was, damn, that defense is swarming. It's looking good, right? So the bigger surprise for them in ESPN is how quickly the defense has come together. They finished.
Now the defense looks good. But again, like I mentioned in week one of this, like they can't keep up with teams who score a lot of points. Like it doesn't work. The Chiefs are going to beat them every time. Like good teams throw the ball will beat them.
I'll just point out, Clowney was not a slouch. He never was. When he's on the field, that man can ball. So we were talking about Myles Garrett, but Clowney's not. If he comes out swinging, you got two of the best defensive ends in the game. And as we saw last year with Mahomes, he didn't do too well with the pass rush in his face, right? I thought that Super Bowl was in the bag. So anything's possible with a good pass rush. That's all I'm saying.
Well, the Giants proved that when they beat the undefeated Patriots.
Exactly. Right? Anything's possible with a good pass rush.
They had Brady frustrated that Super Bowl.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, as bad as we say Eli Manning was, he's 10 times better than Baker Mayfield. Sorry.
He was at the clutch moments. Absolutely. I agree.
Baker is not clutch at all.
Eli threw some shit in his day that I scratched my head with, bro.
Of course.
I remember. I mean, you remember Gordo? Like Eli did some crazy stuff, bro.
Yeah, but I remember that playoff. Eli making plays,
always
winning games.
Stone cold killer in the playoffs, bro.
Yes,
stone cold killer.
It'd be like controversy midseason. Is Eli the quarterback for the Giants, and out of nowhere they go.
It was that bad, and then he'd take you to a Super Bowl and win. It was insane. It was insane, bro. Nobody ever started him in fantasy when he won Super Bowls, bro. Nobody ever did. And that's usually not the case. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
Nobody's starting Baker either.
Yeah, you're probably right.
And I'd imagine if we were doing fantasy back when Trent Dilfer was quarterback, I'm pretty sure we wouldn't have used him either. The last thing before I cap off the Browns here is they're led by the number one pass rush win rate. Something to consider when you're talking about putting pressure on quarterbacks.
Yeah,
that's important. The next team, another AFC team, Number 7. What do you think?
The Chargers.
No, it's not the Chargers.
I'm gonna just keep saying the Chargers.
It's got to be the Chiefs now.
It's not the Chiefs either.
This is ridiculous.
But I think they're overrating this team. Yes.
Baltimore.
I think they're overrating this team.
Yo, who made these? How are the Chiefs below? What?
Yeah.
Because they beat the Chiefs?
Oh, you guys are going to be so disappointed with
Baltimore's nobody's scoring on Baltimore, man. Is that what it is?
Yeah, so the biggest surprise is that Lamar Jackson is ranking in the top half in the NFL in passing yards.
Yeah.
Right?
Really?
Which is surprising. But think about Hollywood Brown, right?
Yeah,
what Hollywood Brown is doing. He's balling. Yeah, so
to the expense of Andrews.
I was just gonna say that maybe Andrews lost a little work, and they don't have running backs really that I think that they really trust to get the ball to. So it's gonna be the receivers for a while, and then Lamar's legs, right?
Yeah.
But it's crazy seeing Baltimore at 3-1, considering they lost J.K. Dobbins. They lost their run game. But
one thing I noticed, I might be wrong on this one, but I don't think Baltimore. I think they're shutting down opponents' tight ends like nobody else.
The Patriots are number 1 in that department.
You sure?
Yeah, pretty sure. Because I think the Baltimore gave up a touchdown last week.
Didn't it? I said I might not be right on this one.
Huh?
Yeah.
No,
no, look, just look at this. I'm looking at the schedule now. They played the Raiders week 1. Waller went bananas.
Yeah.
Did he?
The Chiefs. Kelsey went bananas. Yeah. They only just stopped Hawkinson because the lines suck, man. Like
they stopped my guy. That's why I think that. Exactly, my guy. Fuck.
But I think that was because I think that had more to do with golf than it had to do with hockey in the game.
Yeah, I'm not a golf fan, bro. Holy shit.
There you go. He's seeing ghosts. It feels like he sees ghosts.
Ridiculous.
Right?
Sorry to go on a tangent.
No, but hey, you'll notice me and Ryan will do this too when it pertains to our players. So don't worry, man. It happens here. I didn't even
realize that was not on purpose.
What number are we at in rankings? I've lost track.
That was number 7.
Okay.
And
this ain't the Chiefs or the Chargers. This is a bullshit ass list.
It's not. And it's an NFC team.
The Cowboys.
Be able to give me this team.
Cowboys.
Yeah, there you go. Rye, what do you think about the Cowboys? And you know what? I'm gonna take advantage. Let me pause the game here real quick. I'm gonna insert a real or not real. Dallas Cowboys. Ryan, go first, and then Keith, you follow up.
Hey, real as fuck. They are legit, man. Like if the defense keeps playing how they're playing, and again, the defense isn't even playing like amazing. They're just playing great, right? Like it's not because they're allowing a lot of points, mostly because teams are wanting like to come back against them. But I mean, they destroyed the Eagles like they should have. They abused the Panthers. They beat a good Chargers team, and they lost to the Bucs by 2 points. Like, yo, the Cowboys are serious. They're serious.
I would also say real. As a Dak owner last year, or Doc, whatever you want to call him, I noticed last year they lost a lot of games when he didn't score points fast. Right. So as long as Doc gets like a touchdown or 2 in the first half, he's really hard to beat, dude. Yeah. Really hard to beat.
So the Cowboys with the lead.
Yeah, I know that sounds simple, but it doesn't matter if they have the lead. They just have to score points.
Yeah.
And the other team can score points too, whatever. But Doc has to. I just noticed over the years observing him, if he's walking into the locker room with 0 points on the board or just field goals, he does not perform well the next half.
And what I'm seeing too is like Keith said, like they're scoring. Doc is scoring his points. He's getting 2-3 touchdowns, right? Mm-hmm. And the defense is not allowing the same amount of points, right? Like they're actually holding. Yeah. They're not shitting nobody out, but they're not giving up 40 points like they were last year.
And
they're running the ball enough. They're running the ball enough to kill clock.
So I'm glad you mentioned turnovers, because here the biggest surprise is the defensive takeaways. Right?
Number 1.
They have 10 takeaways in 4 games. Yeah. That's second in the league. That's second best in the NFC. Yeah. Trayvon Diggs, you got to give him credit, man. That dude is looking like a shutdown corner.
Yeah.
And the fact that they were able to cut Jalen Smith today with 5 years and $50 million left, that tells you that they feel either he did some crazy shit, it's coming out, and we'll obviously be refreshing our feeds tomorrow, or the Cowboys have to feel good about where their defense is. They're willing to give up a piece like that. They just gave him that contract. One more. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Some shit.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's going to come out. One more thing I want to say, Rye, last week you mentioned that they saw what happened in the first game where they tried to go in the shootout mode with the Bucks, and it wasn't necessarily what they wanted to repeat because that's the formula from last year. Right? I think that this year, if they're a little more concentrated on the, Schultz has been more relevant this year. The short intermediate passing game is a little more focused. It's less of the long bombs, right? And the fact that they're doing this ball control, their defense is actually showing up. It's scary to see. I'm going to say the Cowboys are real. I'm also going to say the Cowboys are real. We're
real quick.
Go ahead.
How many rushing yards per game do you think the Cowboys are averaging?
I would say about 150.
I was just gonna say 150. That was the number I had in my head.
165.8.
And that's where you want to be.
They're killing. They're second in the league behind the Browns, who are trying to do the same thing, except the Cowboys have a really good quarterback.
They got a quarterback. Yeah.
And one thing one thing I would point out with the Cowboys, you were mentioned their tight ends. They got Blake Jarwin also.
Yes.
Doc is taking what the defense gives him right now.
There it is.
So you see my guy CeeDee Lamb, he had not even 2 points last week. I'm not really worried about that. He's just taking what's available to him.
Yeah, whatever was
they're going to have to game, and he's hitting these tight ends in the middle of the field. Yeah. And that's just open to him because they're covering Cooper and Lamb. So there's
forcing
the Buccaneers, when the Buccaneers were at full strength week 1, they couldn't really cover him, like, even though they lost, but Doc's, he's got room to grow is what I'm trying to say. You're going to see it spread around each week, and it's pretty refreshing to see for a guy that came off a big injury like that.
I know that was the biggest concern, right? Are they going to make him throw all as much as they made him last year? Like, is his covered enough?
I'm gonna look it up. I wonder what his passing attempts are this year and where he ranks in the league. I'm pulling it up right now.
All right, yeah,
got to be top 3.
I would say no, I don't think so.
No, not top 3 in attempts, but yards. No.
Oh yeah. So the Cowboys, he's ranked out of 32 teams?
32, yeah.
6, I might be dead wrong.
13, they're 22nd out of 32 in
and
pass
attempts or yards?
Pass attempts. In yards, I'm pulling it up right now. Hold on.
Yards, he might be. I don't know.
He's got to have 1,000 for sure. I think.
Yeah, he's got 10. He's got 1,000.
He's right outside the top 10. It looks like they don't have a number, but it looks like maybe like 14th, 15th, just up above 1,000, 1,020.
It's not bad.
Yeah. Well, they're not really.
How many TDs? How many TDs?
Passing TDs, they have 10. So they're. I mean, that's top 5 in the league.
Yeah, crazy.
Where it counts, man. We're gonna move on to the next team, the Los Angeles Chargers. I said it for you because you said it so many times already. So the Los Angeles Chargers, Herbert, he might be the real deal. No, he is.
Bolson is too.
Yeah, well,
they're the Rams of the AFC now. They're legit the Rams, with I think better weapons overall. Better weapons overall.
The biggest surprise here for them is Asante Samuel. You know what? Hold on. You know what I'm seeing here? That their ranking was 9th last week. They didn't change their ranking. They didn't move them up. They kept them in the same place.
Haters.
But Asante Samuel
whoever's ranking this must be a Raiders fan. Or they didn't watch Monday Night Football.
Yeah, Asante Samuel, so far, I think he has a pick in consecutive games off of Dak Prescott in week 2, Mahomes in week 3. And he has 4 passes defensed. He was named Rookie of the Month. Look at that. So you got, the monster on the line, on the defensive line, Bosa, and you have
they're built like the Chargers. I mean, they're built like the Rams.
Bosa Bosa hasn't been healthy, and I mean he played a little bit last year, but he's been off and on like his brother, both of them.
Yeah.
I don't think either one of them's had a full season, right?
Yeah, they have. Joey's first full season, he played the entire year for the 49ers.
Yeah.
Nick, I think for his rookie year, you remember he actually sat out until he got the contract he wanted.
Yeah.
You
either way, not a full season.
Yeah, so he held out. And I know that he did battle some injury stuff, but I don't to Nick Bosa, I'm not sure if he's played an entire year.
But when on field, they're savages. There's no question. There's no catching up, catching wind. They're like the Watt boys, right?
Yeah, big time. And Derwin James being back on the field, you see the big impact that he makes. Man, Eckler, you know what really sucks is that last night, one of the commentators was like, "Oh yeah, Eckler's becoming a household name." I'm like, "Shit, he's been a household name all of us."
Yeah, if you play fantasy football, he's been a household name.
Yeah, Eckler, you hope that if he stays healthy, he makes a big impact in that offense.
I call him a little mini Camara, right?
Yes,
like,
yes.
Little mini Camara.
Another thing, I saw that dude doing one-arm push-ups, man.
I did not see that. He does those?
Yeah, so on the game last night, they showed like one-arm pull-ups.
He hasn't been on my team like ever, so I never follow him that much.
Oh, no. Yeah, I have to admire it because I know how into fantasy football he is, so I at least have to show him some love and know about him. But I like the Chargers, man. I think that real or not real, the Chargers. What do you guys think?
I would say real. And I would also say that I think Herbert is growing a little bit. If you look at Keenan Allen and you notice this year the spread to Mike Williams this week, I think they both got locked down.
So the tight end.
Went to the tight end. And but you see the maturity when rookie quarterbacks, spread it around. I think the same may apply to your boy. Mr. Allen, last year, he was still connecting with Diggs. Now he's spreading it out. He's taking advantage of Sanders, the whole crew. So that's the point I was trying to make. As you see quarterbacks mature, they spread it out more. And you can't
to whoever's open.
Yeah.
I saw tape on Josh and Diggs today that Josh, Baldringer, Baldy, he does his little takes on Twitter and he'll like analyze tape. And he did one on Josh Allen where Josh Allen had two defensive linemen behind him and he was going towards the left side of the field. Like he was still dropping back. And then he saw the two linemen and he did like this little hop and like turned around and made those guys look silly. Baldringer's like, yo, he's an NFL lineman he's doing this to. That's not even the impressive thing. The impressive thing was that he showed how far Stefon Diggs was to the sideline and where he threw it in anticipation of where Stefon Diggs was going to be. And he hit him right before he stepped out of bounds. I was like, you could tell these guys practice together.
Yeah.
Right. But that's what chemistry does. And rookie quarterbacks like a Justin Herbert or second year quarterbacks, and you see them having those relationships with all of these players already, man, you got to feel good about a team like the Chargers.
And Mike Williams, I don't think got his contract, right? They were talking like he's ghosted it before the end of the year. His boy's going to try to feed him.
This is the fifth year option. This is the option year, right?
Yeah, team option.
Yeah,
so, he's going to feed him.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. And so that was number 9. I'm going to give you one more. We're just going to do the top 10. I've confirmed with my my host here, and he's like, nah, if you didn't make the top 10, you don't deserve to be on this list. So the last team is the AFC team. Who do you think it is, Keith?
Chiefs by now.
Nope.
Christ. How could you not have the Chiefs ranked in? I mean, I get it. I guess whatever.
What do you think, Ryan? Give me one.
It's the Raiders, probably.
It is the Raiders. 3-1. The biggest surprise is the Raiders defense. You in fantasy, you would see LV and you're like, oh yeah, we can exploit. I can get a running back against them, or I can put a receiver against them. You got to think twice now, right?
Well, not this past week.
Right, but I think that's more of a division game. I think that's more of that stuff. Yeah, prime time. But Gus Bradley, this is the second time we're talking about Gus on his show. And it shows the defense is playing way better. Right?
I agree. I just still don't trust John Gruden. Like I know a lot of people love him as a coach, but never had the winning record, even before. Sorry, I'm not taking shots. I've never been a Gruden guy.
Gruden took Dungy's team to the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
But
similar, Steve, he's a Steve Kerr-ish type.
You could also say though that Callahan took Gruden's team to that same Super Bowl. So
makes a point.
So it's kind of, although Tampa's the one that had the Tampa 2 defense. So right.
I really like Darren Waller, and I think he's like a huge perk for Carr, but that whole team, I still don't trust him yet. I want to, but I just can't do it yet.
The one thing that I tell Ryan this, I'm not sold on Carr. And I know that the numbers look good. Like every time you look, he's a 300-yard passer. I just don't know if I keep thinking about major leagues when the dude is like you got no marbles. You got, bro, because I keep reading something, and this is internalized. These are NFL circles. It's known that, and this is what NFL players are saying. It's known that all you have to do is put a few hits on Carr, and one of the defensive players from the Chargers said, we knew all we had to do was hit him a few times, and we had him. He said that at one point they were getting ready to hit him, and he curled up into like almost a fetal position before he threw the ball. Like, that's the only thing about Carr. Yeah. I know that sometimes he'll come and he'll make it a game, and nice little. It looks good, a comeback, right? Like they fall hard, and even in the beginning of the year, a lot of moxie, but it doesn't count when you do it in the first quarter of the season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, go back to my other point. Baker Mayfield. Put him in that same category. Sorry. Eli Manning is going to take a hit and toss that joint. Baker's not. Carr's not. Right? Like,
that's a good point. Yeah, so it's and it's not the like trash anyone. I wanted to go back and do one more real or not real, and we kind of glanced through this team. The Arizona Cardinals. They're number 2 here. They're 4-0 coming off of a very impressive win. Keith, real or not real? Arizona Cardinals.
Real. They'll go as far as Kyler takes them.
Okay. And I don't think that's going to change, right? Like that take is not going to change. That's all year.
Yeah. Okay. They'll go as far as Kyler takes them.
Right.
And he's not, you notice he's not connecting with Hopkins much. Kind of the same thing I was just talking about. Spreading the field, right? He's got guys every week.
I was looking at those target shares.
Yeah, he's maturing. There's the NFL's blessed, and it may be the new rules, like from when I was young growing up, where the quarterbacks don't get hit that hard. But there's a lot of good quarterbacks now. It wasn't like that back in the day, right?
No,
they usually sucked.
Yeah, it's either you attribute it to the scouting or, to your point, it's just the rules have made it so that it's a passing league, right? So
it's fun to watch and it's good for fantasy. So that's cool.
It's easier for us to get late round these now, right?
Higher scoring games. That's cool.
Yeah, Ryan, what do you got?
Yeah, I agree. As long as Kyler Murray stays healthy, they're going to be winning. The offense is really good. The defense looks way better.
Yeah,
and I mean, it seems like they're getting smarter week to week. And again, not because I have James Conner, because I hadn't even started these last 2 weeks, but if they keep playing how they've played the last 2 weeks and they're preserving Kyler's body, not allowing him to take these dumb hits in the goal line, when you have a goal line back, like
this guy's too.
I think the coach is getting smarter, man. And it's a smart thing to do. Cause I keep telling P every time I see Kyler run around in the pocket, I'm like, this kid's going to get killed, man. Somebody's going to catch him.
Yeah,
he's throwing a lot of touchdowns, though, man.
Facts.
He's throwing a lot of. I did not think AJ Green would have multiple touchdowns like this time of year. It's happening. But I did not. I thought he was cooked. You
said it earlier. You throw it to the guy who's open as you mature, right?
Yeah.
So that was our top 10 according to the ESPN poll power rankings. We'll see in week 8. We'll update this and we'll run through this again. We mentioned rookie quarterbacks and it got me thinking, and I really wanted to take advantage and segue into who's shown to be the best, or maybe you can, I'm going to name the rookie quarterbacks and I'll go one by one. and you'll tell me what you like and what you don't like from this quarterback, from each one of them. We'll do it that way. So, Keith, being that you're a Jets fan, I got to start with your boy. A big win last week, right? You know, you love seeing that, right? The fact that it looked like they were dead in the water for that game, right? It looked like they came out flat, and they won that game. It's big for a rookie quarterback to come back and win a game like that, right? So, what do you think about Wilson, Zach Wilson from the Jets? What does he do that's good, and what don't you like that he does?
I don't like a whole lot from him yet.
Okay, so give me one. You can pick one.
He tries. He takes the throws. You know, he's not gun shy.
Fearless as hell.
Yeah. He's not gun shy. You know,
that bomb to Davis, where he's like, bro, he's like,
yeah, he's not gun shy, but I don't like a lot yet. I'll be honest.
Okay.
Like you guys see, I have Fields on the team.
Yeah.
I actually wanted the Jets to like have him or trade back and get him. Like it drives me crazy. The Jets could have had. You guys watch Curb Your Enthusiasm? That show.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Deshaun Watson? You could have had D-Watt.
I don't remember. That.
You don't remember the episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm? Larry David was. No.
Nah, I'll go back and watch it though.
You should definitely watch it. It was one of the more recent seasons.
Okay.
Hilarious. But a guy committed suicide because the Jets passed on Deshaun Watson. And it's a true, not true, but that actually happened, right? So just so many quarterbacks. The year that Lamar Jackson got drafted, I think close to 30. I would love for the Jets to have Lamar Jackson. I just don't understand why they just don't jump into this new age of quarterback. And
did Lamar go 32?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
last pick, Ravens traded, I think, to take them
close to 30. I don't remember where, but you're right.
Sheesh.
Like they could have traded back and said that. That's when they took Sam Darnold. They traded him for a 6th round. Like, dude, I am about to not be a Jets fan anymore.
So hold on, you mean Sam Darnold? That's leading, so you mean Sam Darnold that's leading the league in rushing touchdowns?
Yeah, that's not gonna last though, bro. That's not gonna last. He's not Josh Allen.
Sam Newton.
He's gonna get killed, bro. He's gonna get killed.
No, he's Scam Newton. That's what
he's gonna settle down though. He's on a team, bro. He's gonna be on that team for a long time, I think. Sam Darnold.
I agree. And they love him down there. I think
they love him.
I think he's found a good home. It requires a special mind to thrive in New York.
Yeah.
Is Zach Wilson that? Remains to be seen, right?
I hope so. If they don't,
they're gonna lose me, bro.
They're gonna lose me. The Jets are gonna lose me. It's that bad being a Jets fan, bro.
Damn, dude.
They're gonna lose me.
Jets fans, how are we feeling, Jets fans? Drop a comment down below, Jets fans. Do you want Keith to stay a Jets fan or not? What do you want?
It's not happening, bro. I'm gonna abandon him. If this Wilson kid don't work out, I'm done.
Right. Give me some.
I'm gonna keep it short. I think Keith said a lot of things I was thinking.
Yep.
I like his abilities. I just don't know if he knows how to use his abilities.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the Jets know how to put him in position to use his abilities where he isn't making so many mistakes, right? Like the sacks, the interceptions, like it's very rookie-ish. And again, I get it. Like it's his first year, him being undersized. It's like a young, like a baby Kyler with, I mean, not as good as Kyler, but like the potential is there. It's just, again, you got to have a coordinator. Again, rookie coach, rookie coordinator, rookie QB. Like
it's a lot.
Too much new. And I mean, what do you expect?
Yeah, that's true. With Wilson, I would just say I like the moxie. I think even coming from BYU, he's not a kid lost in the lights, man. And he looks like he's 12 years old. A lot of people would have been like awestruck, right? But he's not. I think that plays well in New York when someone's like that, right? And they're gonna give him some time. They'll give him a year. They'll give him a year or two. Hopefully with Saleh, they'll give him some time and they'll let him, do his thing. And if it doesn't work out, Keith, you can come over to Buffalo.
No, real quick. You know what? It has impressed me. I know we didn't talk about this before we got to these QBs, but the Jets defense is looking a little bit better.
It is.
Not for nothing. Right? Like, if any bright spot, I know Keith is over here. Hey, Jets fans, I'm trying to keep Keith on your side, but the Jets D does look a little bit better. So
it's been so long, bro. Like, they had Favre. That was their chance, I never believed in Sanchez. I just couldn't. They had Favre for a year. They threw him out of town like a piece of trash. And the next year he almost went to the Super Bowl with the Vikings. It's like, really, bro?
My God, that's right. Yeah, I'm sure you're just tired of that story.
You gotta be. You can't keep doing it, bro.
Yeah,
Keep doing it. But y'all Bills fans, y'all very resilient.
We know.
I'm not that resilient.
That
I just can't do it.
I was gonna say, bro, where do you leave us, bro? We've been through Trent Edwards, JP Lossman, Brian, bro. We've been through a lot. Let's move on to the next quarterback. Justin Fields, you mentioned him. What do you guys think? What do you like? What don't you like? Rod, you want to start this one?
I think same thing. You can put him in the same field, no pun intended, as Wilson, right? Like the coach, I think worse than what the Jets have. That coach is horrible. I'm sorry. Like I'm always like coming for coaches next and getting fired, but I'm not an NFL coach and I can call plays better, right? And I've only played Madden for a couple of years, right? Like, well, I don't know what's happening. I think Fields is an insane talent, still very young. I think a year or two, we're going to be saying he's a top 10 quarterback in the league, but it's just not there yet.
Should he start or should he not be starting? What do you think?
I say you let him start, man. Just let him get experience as much as he can. He's going to lose, but who cares? Like,
well,
Deshaun Watson lost a lot, and then he had playoff teams.
When you're Matt Nagy and when you want to save your job, you don't let him start, right? Like that.
He's going to get fired anyway, so.
Yeah. What do you think, Keith?
I think he's going to rebound, actually. I'm hoping.
He had a good game last week. And he had a terrible game the week before.
Look, Matt Nagy, he does suck, right? But he hears what everybody's saying. And literally, you turn on ESPN, they're telling him how to do his job. You cannot start Justin Fields as if you're starting Andy Dalton with the same game plan. That was stupid. It was a terrible idea. 100%. And he did that. And he changed his mind, and now he's kind of running it. But even then, I don't look it up. But Fields only, I think, he had under 5 rush attempts, right?
Bro. He had 3 rushing attempts for 9 yards.
See what I mean? Is that how you play with him?
No, you want him to be in the Daniel Jones pocket where Daniel Jones gets 6-7 carries. He's 6-7 attempts a week.
They left like 70, 80 yards on the table.
Yeah.
Literally.
Or even the next guy I'm going to talk about, Trey Lance.
I'm a believer in him.
Look how he came out.
Yeah.
He was on fire. And again, like Keith was saying, hyper targeting one receiver. Debo Samuel was going to hell.
Yeah, man.
I did not see Debo coming, bro. I thought he was cooked. Like, I thought Asante and, everybody's Kittle. I know Kittle's good.
I knew Kittle
last week, but Kittle, I don't know, bro. Like, and now you bring in that rookie guy, and Debo is the most valuable guy there, dude.
I was watching the mic'd up. Ryan always got me watching mic'd up, and now I go and try to find him myself, and it happened to be Debo this week. And what I wanted to see if he actually had that connection with Trey Lance. I'm like, how did they connect so seamlessly? Because to Keith's point, yeah, those rookie quarterbacks have their favorite guys, right? The guys that they practice with. So I'm looking for my guy, the first read I get, right? But with Trey Lance and Debo, you actually saw that they had some chemistry, and you saw that Debo was actually telling. And I think on that touchdown play, I think he told Trey Lance that he would be open.
The big question is he alpha? Is he alpha? I mean, Debo, is he alpha? Yeah. I mean,
by default, you have to make him the alpha for now, right? Like that's how it's worked out.
Yeah, he might not be. He might not be. Kittle might have 200 yards with 3 touchdowns the next week. He's capable of that.
And I still don't think Ayuk is. I don't think
I said a Samuel or something else before. Yeah, Ayuk.
Yeah. What don't we like about Lance though? What don't we like?
His accuracy is sketchy.
Oh, he sailed the ball a few times. Yeah, that's some footwork stuff. He's not gonna get that till next year.
But you know what's crazy? Like, and I know his fantasy points because I have him on my team. I think he scored 24 in 3.5 quarters. But that game plan wasn't for him.
Right.
And for him to still be able to succeed, and again, against the Seahawks, who defense is trash, but for him to be able to succeed still without it being a primary game plan, I'm curious to see what offensive mind his name is slipping me. The coach.
Shanahan?
Shanahan would do. I want to see how that works out against. They play.
What, you're giving him more read?
Yes,
you're gonna cut the field in half, give him more.
Yes. Okay. I think it'll slow it down a little bit. He's gonna have 50 rushing yards every game. It's gonna be Jalen Hurts, but bigger.
Yeah,
he's a bigger Jalen Hurts.
And he has the weapons, man. That's the crazy thing about him, right? Like Garoppolo, the thing about Garoppolo is that he's in the pocket. Garoppolo used to be one of those guys that his strength was rolling out, but once he tore his ACL, it was over for him.
I call it now. Garoppolo ends up back in New England within 2 years.
I like that. Hot takes.
Maybe as a backup, but I bet you he's in New England within 2 years. Trey Lance, though, yeah, the boy's going to ball. He's going to ball. They're going to try to run the ball. They're going to try to, I don't think he's going to be a super stud immediately.
But if he's what Jalen Hurts was for the Eagles last year, you take it in fantasy.
Yeah, you take it. Absolutely. And he's got the weapons.
Yeah, he does.
7 carries for 41 yards.
Yeah, and he's got some burst, which is good for a guy his size. The next quarterback here is the number 1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence. Didn't look so great, I would say, the first few weeks. Struggled with some turnovers, but Thursday night had a pretty good showing. What do we like about Trevor Lawrence?
I would say, considering his situation, the boy's not bad.
Yeah,
he can ball.
I feel so.
He's the whole team. He's the whole team right now. Like, I mean, I know Robinson started running this time, but I think Urban Meyer, aside from what he did at his own bar with finger and near butt, Trevor, I think Urban may have made a mistake and put too much faith in him, thinking that he could just throw it the whole time and that boy can handle it. And I think he will be able to.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Hey, funny stat. Trevor Lawrence, how many pass attempts over under 30 last game, do you think, P?
Under.
Under, Keith?
Definitely under.
All right. The 3 games before that, over or under 30? What was the difference?
I would say about 15 attempts.
He had 24 attempts.
Jesus.
And the game was way closer. Yo, I've been telling, and again, people think
it's because it's gonna sound like it's because you have.
But I'm watching football as a fan. Like of course, I have these guys on my team who doesn't want more carries. But as a rookie, and I think I said it when like Mike and Pooty were on here. I'm like, yo, you have to make it easier for him. You have to give him. They can't be down 14 and they're blitzing him all. Like he's not ready for that.
Yeah,
he's gonna throw. He had 7 interceptions in the first 3 games. He didn't throw a pick last game.
Yeah.
Right.
And hey, the run game helps you. And James Robinson, for as much as people want to hit on him, he's a great running back, man.
No, I don't think you can hate on Robinson, man, especially coming undrafted and playing the way he does, man. You got to give nothing but respect and love, man. That dude runs hard, and he's a good running back. A good running back is always a quarterback's best friend, especially a young quarterback.
Yeah.
You saw Lawrence a little more confident this last game, right? I think that what I do like about him is that guy you can tell he has confidence, man.
Yeah.
Because even with that loss, he was just talking about nothing but the good takeaways that they have to build on. Unfortunately, I just don't like his coach. I don't feel like his coach. I feel like his coach is going to cause more distractions for someone like Trevor Lawrence, who needs to focus on learning the system, learning his players, learning the NFL, and focusing on what the hell his coach is doing in the club or something like that. So that's the negative I have for Trevor Lawrence is his coach is going to hurt him more than he's going to help him.
Yeah.
Thanks.
The next quarterback, and we could keep it short and sweet, is Mac Jones. What do we like? I think efficiency, right?
Yeah, he can throw. He knows how to make reads like he's been in the league for 3 years.
Yeah, and
he's an open guy. Like he's not locking on to anybody. He does his job very well, man. Like Bill Belichick, just do your job.
And the big stage is not too big for him.
I love him.
Yeah, that's a good thing to have, man. I think the rest of that stuff comes.
As a Jets fan, though, I love him.
As a Buffalo Bills fan,
he could be perfect. Just mediocre, not Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Hopefully Belichick keeps giving him wide receivers like Myers and
and N'Keal Harry,
and that'd be great.
N'Keal Harry and Aguilar.
Yeah, that'd be great. But the dude does need to start utilizing Jonnu Smith and
his
tight ends.
The 2 guys they paid.
He's got weapons. He's got weapons.
And the Patriots are rumored to be signing Jamie Collins back to the team, so they're bringing a band back. So if I were to give you a chance to start a team before we go to the other side, and I told you had to pick from one of these 5 guys: Wilson, Fields, Lance, Trevor, Mac Jones. You don't have anything else on your team. I'm telling you, you get to start with your quarterback. Ryan, who are you picking?
Trey Lance, no question.
Keith, who are you picking?
Trevor.
Okay.
I think Trevor's my second pick.
Yeah.
Trevor. I think
I think Trevor and Fields are like 2A, 2B to me, right? Like I would go with Lance.
I look at Zach Wilson. He went 9 quarters of football without scoring a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think something like that would ever happen to Trevor. He's going to put up a touchdown. It's going to happen. Like he might not have to, if he has to put up 40 points, that's a tough order.
Mm-hmm.
But the guy's always going to put up touchdowns, and he's just doesn't matter where he is.
And is it because of his legs?
Legs, and he seems like a good caliber rookie.
Yeah, he does. He's got that good size too. I mean, Wilson has decent size, but Lance and Lawrence have like what are they like 6'4", right?
And look, I mean,
Trevor's 6'6".
Yeah, you can tell that dude's big as hell.
If they fire Urban Meyer tomorrow,
mm-hmm.
A lot of good coaches might not want to go to Jacksonville because it's Jacksonville. But with Trevor Lawrence, who comes out of retirement, right? You don't know. You don't know.
That's true.
He's a good piece. He's a good chess piece on the board.
Yeah.
That's
right.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, we're warmed up. We talked a little football. I think it's time to get to business, gentlemen. Let's get to the other side and talk some fantasy. We'll see you on the other side.
Ladies and gentlemen, a brief moment to recap the Lights Out Fantasy Football League. Lights Out League, where you never know what Nelson will do next.
And we're back. That was quick. So what I'm going to do is, per usual, share my screen. We're going to go through last week's matchups and forecast next week's matchups. So here we are. And obviously, the first matchup is the one I don't want to talk about. I'm still not recovered, man. Here we go. Paper hat. So they come back and hand P's 4th consecutive loss. My Lord. Hey, this is a cautionary tale to everyone. Tinkering might feel good, but tinkering could be the difference between having a few wins and just going winless, which is what I'm doing. I'm tinkering entirely too much.
What are you tinkering? Did you tinker the kicker?
Schultz was in there the entire week. Schultz was my tight end from last week. I said Schultz is going to be my tight end this week.
Oh, that would have been a good idea.
And then when that Cameron Brate news came out that Gronk was sitting on, I think it was Thursday, I said, let me just go after Brady. He's going to troll the Patriots like an idiot. I fell for that narrative. So, that was the tinker, right? So I don't like doing that whole like what if stuff, but it's just cautionary tale. I just really wanted to say to all my fantasy players out there, maybe your first choice is the right choice.
Yeah.
Right. So Keith, since this, this is you, give us a little recap here on your thoughts on this matchup.
I did not think that you were going to score that many points. I did not. Kareem Hunt's getting touchdowns every week. It's weird.
55% snap share. Did you see that coming?
Yeah, I don't think it's he's a guy that's I would have forecasted for 7-8 touchdowns to start the season. I still do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still do. But Hurts, he light up game. He light up game. He balled out. I had some injuries. Mixon, he really should have been in that last snap. That was like prime. That was like 40 yards and a touchdown that he left on the table.
Montgomery probably would have had another one.
Yeah, my team was balling.
Because Williams scored another one. Yeah.
Lamb just shit the bed, and Hawkinson again. But, the rest of my team, Stafford, he gets a garbage time TD. But really, my hero is Suckup.
Right? No.
And you know what? Crazy. He got like no field goals the rest of the year because Tom Brady always converted on third down. Yeah. It was nuts.
The crazy thing about Suckup was like if there was one game, right, where
I need him now.
And you had the rain, right? So the passing was going to be a little iffy, right?
Oh, I thought I was losing. I thought I was losing. I stopped looking. Me and my wife were watching something on TV, and I came back to it, and I'm like, "Whoa,
yeah, man,
you know, whoa!" Like it was a boring game. It was a boring game of football. I stopped watching it after like the second quarter. I was just like, "All right," I lost my attention.
And he did miss. Yeah. So that I think you would have had even more points. Yeah. You know, the injuries sucked, man. I dealt with them last week when I had 2 of my guys go down, some crucial guys. And then with the bye week so close, it's like shit, man. You know, you hope those are low, like a short-term injuries. But the good thing is that you have this little 3-and-1 thing to play with, right? So you kind of have a little bit to play with just to maneuver these injuries just in case.
And the injuries both could have been worse. You know, it looked like, you know, when I saw Mixon walk off, I'm like, oh, God. You know, I see guys walk off. You see guys walk off the field with torn ACLs. I'm like, great. You know, it looks like he'll be back in a week or 2, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Montgomery will be back in a month, maybe.
I thought it was a torn ACL, though, for Montgomery.
Yeah, but, you know, he's what, 23, 24? Like, these are the guys. I try to target young quarterbacks, like, you know, under 25.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's just my own strategy. You know, you guys see me always drafting rookie guys. You know, Kareem or CEH last year. You know, that worked out terrible. Enjoy him, John. Have fun.
Hey, but John might be enjoying it. The last 2 weeks, he looks pretty good.
Yeah, we'll see.
He doesn't look RB1-ish, but he looks RB2-ish.
He does.
Yeah, I you know, GG's to you, brother. I think, you know,
I knew I was going to put
what happened?
Well, I barely won, man. You had me sweating. I was pleasantly surprised. I was just, you know, pleasantly surprised.
I did know I was going to put up a fight. You know, at least I wanted to give myself a good showing. Unfortunately, I couldn't get a win and get over the hump, but hey, I still have hope. I
felt really good at about 3:00. And then by about 6, I was like, fuck this. You know? And then by about like 10, I was like, shit, this was all right. This is a good day. It was one of those types of things.
Yo,
cool.
How shitty is Monday or Tuesday after a loss, bro?
They've been pretty good this year for me.
No, I'm just asking. Anyone that's lost the game, can you chime in? Because I'm the only one.
Yeah. It goes like that, bro. But just keep fighting, man. That.
We here, man. We're gonna keep fighting. Let's go to the next game. Ryan, do you have anything on this matchup?
Nah, man. It was a great match. I think that was the best matchup of the week, man. For Keith to come back and win, that was tough.
That was tough, man. Suck up. And we say, you know, like kickers are important, right? Like they're super important. And John mentions, you know, there's a certain point threshold that he likes to get with his special teams. So that was good. That was dope, man. And especially us, you know, here on the pod, we love people that can stream a kicker, bro.
Let me tell you something. Suck up almost got dropped. Sucked up. You know what I mean? Like, because he was sucking the first few weeks, dude.
Hey.
5 points. Just it was all, you know, extra points. That's all it was.
Thank Belichick.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah. The next matchup we had here was HHM and MF. Damn.
Props.
107 to 126. Respect to my boy Nelson, man.
Props Nelson, bro. He put a team together.
Yo, 42 from Mahomes, 24 from McLaurin. Edmonds, who looks super impressive as the weeks go, bro. Like,
Dawson Knox.
120 rushing yards.
Dawson Knox.
The thing that baffles me about this matchup is that Will Fuller, Robbie Gould, and Carolina literally got him negative points combined. So you see that and you're like, I might have a chance to win. But then you look up at his quarterback and you look at, I didn't even mention Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
He's put together a really good team.
The Dawson Knox one too is funny to me.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is that he was made fun of for that move.
Exactly. That was a funny move. Yeah. And it worked out. He's, you know, putting up points, man.
Yeah. And on HHM side, Chase, he was getting the wide receiver production from Jamar Chase. Robinson, we're still waiting for him to kind of have that game. I think he's had one 100-yard game, right?
He's a late season cooker.
Damn, he has
every season. Every season he's been with the Bears. If I'm wrong, but maybe He usually does pretty good.
I had him a few years ago, and he was cooking from the beginning, bro.
Yeah. When he was on Chicago?
Yeah.
Jaguars, too.
Jaguars.
Well, I didn't have him on the Jaguars. I had him when I won that year. I had Robinson, and he was my wide receiver 1.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, I just think that we were talking about the quarterback situation in Chicago. Once that gets sorted out, I think this will come back to the norm. Robinson's just too talented.
I did too. I mean, there's going to be, 25, 30 passing touchdowns scored in that town this year. There's got to be. Like somebody's got to do it. So we'll see. I'm just saying in general. So I don't know if it's going to go to Robinson. It might be Mooney. Who knows?
Buffalo defense, solid, man.
Too solid.
Looks real good. KC this week, Sunday night. So, Blankenship, who's another kicker, one of the only kickers I would have drafted. Definitely. Kelsey, this probably be the only game he'll score 2 points, less than 5 points all year.
Yeah.
Yeah. All in all,
I'm a Blankenship fan.
Yeah, me too. All in all, dude, Nelson, go win, brother. Go win. 2-2 each, 5th and 6th place, man. Next is Suicide Squad beating Dead Presidents. Dead Presidents with 75. I know what that feels like. Carl put together a pretty good team too, man.
Yeah, he knocked it out the park with Allen.
Yeah, Allen and Diggs. And the crazy thing is that he literally he telegraphed that to me before the draft. Like he told me, like, yeah, Josh in the third. I don't know. I'm like, yo, he might be there.
Yeah. And his Tampa Bay defense too. That was a sneaky pick.
Yeah, Tampa. Yeah, it's good. Kyle Pitts with 5 points. I think you hope that just continues to trend up because he's been kind of disappointing.
Yeah, I agree. He was a high, 5th round pick?
Yeah, I think he was.
5th, 6th?
5th or 6th.
Yeah. Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Ty, he could turn it around. That whole team could turn it around, though. I mean, who'd have thought Cordell Patterson scoring freaking buku fantasy points? That's kind of weird.
That is super weird, especially with like a 20% snap share, which is like crazy.
Yeah.
It's weird. Singletary and Moss are going to be solid all year. Moss has turned the tide. Moss is like the de facto starter, but they rotate their backs to the point where, look, man, in that offense, I think anyone that has a piece of that offense is gonna have some good numbers. Saquon on Dead President's side. What do we think? Is this like the beginning of the resurgence?
He's back.
Yeah, I agree.
He's back.
He looked fierce, man, and I think he even came out. Everybody thought he was hurt. He came right back, man. Looks amazing. I think that the buy window is closed on Barkley.
Yeah, and I think you're getting exactly what you paid for by now.
Yeah,
like I think he went appropriate in the draft, and I think he's going appropriate. And Swift, I think, is also pleasant. I mean, I know his stats right there, 4.9 or. It doesn't look good, but Swift's look really good this year.
Yeah, Swift looks amazing. And with a quarterback like Jared Goff, he's gonna look to check it down.
Check it down all the time.
Yeah, man. So Carl gets back to 500, brings an undefeated team down, which is good for us bottom dwellers. I'm not saying just me, just me. But that was a good game. For Carl. We'll go to the next matchup. We have Will, who's a runaway freight train, not even a bus anymore. He's a runaway freight train.
He's on the podcast next week, I heard.
Is he?
That's what I heard. Booty told me that.
I hope. Will, that's it. You are officially summoned to join the podcast.
Yeah, maybe I'm mistaken, but I thought Booty told me that.
Nah.
Maybe he did.
Will's he's gonna be here.
I heard he's coming.
We'll talk to his agent, Pooty. So we got a 126, which is a good points output to 97 the whole show. Only got a half an episode on this one. So we got 11. We got Tom Brady with 11 points facing his old team. I didn't expect that. I thought it was gonna be like 5, 6, 7 touchdowns by Brady. I underestimated Belichick not wanting to get embarrassed, right? Kamara giving you 12. You know, it's cool. Edwards-Helaire has 17. Holy shit, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, that was a top shelf game for Helaire.
Did he have
highest point of the year? He ain't going higher than 17.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe I shouldn't trash John, but John, you know, you drafted a pretty good team, dude. I would have made similar moves to you, but
oh, okay, because he had a receiving touchdown. Got it.
Yeah, he had a receiving touchdown. But yeah, I mean, man, Woods. You know, I think that's Woods' best game of the year.
Yes. No, he scored a touchdown first week. Oh yeah, it was
best game of the year.
Yeah,
John's had some shit for luck, dude. Like, yeah, it should turn around for you. Brady, you know, it seemed like he was going for that damn record. I don't know if they're still trying.
Those attempts, man, Lord, his arms.
Yeah.
This is where you want Brady to be in a team.
Yeah.
Right.
See, John swung for the fences, though, man.
God damn, you have 5 touchdowns that week.
5, yeah. Brady, Kamara, you know, got a squad.
Eckler out Kamara this week.
But Will, though, you got Prescott, Mike Williams.
Will literally won with 3 people.
Yeah, Calvin Ridley hasn't even started playing yet, it feels like. You know? I mean,
I think this was his best game. Oh, nah, all right.
Yeah.
He scored a touchdown, that's why. But this was his best game.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, Patterson. Good call from him on Patterson over he's got Davis on his bench, bro.
Yeah.
That's good.
No, he got 90 points from 3 people.
My God. Yo.
Looks like one of my teams from a few years ago. Good luck, brother.
Yo, nah, that was good, man. 4-0. It climbs to first place. I think he's the only undefeated team in the league now.
Yeah.
Oh, man, we're coming for you, Will. And then the next one, the highest score in the league, long shot, right? 148. You doubled. Let's go. Oh, risky business.
He demanded your spot back at the big table.
Yo, he did.
My seat, man.
he said, move.
Yeah. I said my lunch is ready.
Yo. Damn, yo. I mean, again, we mentioned it earlier in the year. When you have double digits, the goal is to have double digits from as many people in your team as possible. You 4 points away with coup, right? Chicago defense solid against Detroit. You know, they got what you needed. Fournette, who's been a pleasant surprise, man. 130 combined yards, right? That's crazy. Dallas Goddard has been what he's been all year, right? Steady.
50 yards.
Good tight end for where you got him. Where did you get him to?
Literally at the end of the draft.
11th freaking round, man. Meanwhile, Tanyan, you look at him, you know.
Yeah. He'll get he's good for 8 touchdowns, you know.
So you think Tanyan is still gonna have?
Yeah, he's gonna have a double down week.
I'm gonna give you one. 7.5 touchdowns over under. You're saying over?
Yeah, he'll get a multiple. Rodgers does that, man. He makes sure his guys get paid. Look at he's doing the Cobb right now.
Yo, that's true. But was that
because
wasn't somebody banged up?
MBS, yeah.
Yeah, those were pretty short passes to Cobb, if I recall. He didn't have a lot of yards. That's Tanyan, you know. That's his food.
Yeah, man. Let's Go is down there with me at 0-4. But with Cooper Kupp, like, you know, how are you 0-4 with like Cooper Kupp, who's essentially one of the best receivers in the game? And well, Dalvin Cook, I guess that's where we could, right? It's the same.
Are we shocked?
Are we shocked? Same thing for me. Nah, we're not. But you know, with me, right? Like I'm dealing with the whole CMC thing, so I kind of see where his Dalvin Cook not being there is, you know, it's.
I'm not saying shocked at his record. We're not shocked. I'm not shocked about that. I'm saying Dalvin Cook.
No, I'm not shocked either. But yeah, go ahead.
I'm saying Dalvin Cook being hurt again. Like, what do you expect when you draft somebody like Dalvin Cook?
Yeah. But I felt like both we were in tough situations, right? Because the de facto number 2 pick.
Oh no, I don't blame him for drafting him. I would have drafted him too. I'm just saying it sucks.
Yeah. It's like you can't be surprised, right? Because it's like, man. But what he should have done is he should have gotten Madison. Just saying, he should have just gotten him. But this is a good win, man. If you got the usage that you saw from Robinson, Tyreek Hill, we didn't even talk about him. 3 touchdowns. And I think he had another one that he like should have hit the pylon with the ball, and he stole it with his hand. Yeah, like he had the ball in his outside hand, and he tapped the pylon with the wrong arm, like they weren't gonna replay it, bro. It was just but Tyreek Hill looks good. You knew that was gonna come. And your quarterback looks as good as any. So it's a good win, man, to get yourself back to 5.
I feel good to score some goddamn points after not putting up many.
Yeah, man.
Good win.
So that's a really good win, man. So
I do think I'll go back to Abdullah though. He did put a decent team together this year.
I was scared. I'm not gonna lie. The upside is there.
I thought so
he
too.
Put a good team together this year.
Yeah.
He should win some games. He should.
Yeah. It's like the law of averages, right? It's like you have to hang in there, right? Because the guys that you've like with Jonnu Smith, for instance. I have Jonnu Smith all year. He's my starting guy. I don't care if he gives me 3 points. Last week, he gave me 0.4 points. So I'm like, oh no, he's cooked.
Yeah, he should still give you 600 touchdowns 600 yards and 5-7 touchdowns, and that's good this time of year.
Yeah, I feel like every tight end could give us that though. I feel like every tight end, unless you're like a Waller or a Kelsey.
Yeah.
Like most tight ends are like 505, 6, 7, or 8.
Yeah.
Right. That's where I'm at. I'm fishing from that pool. I'm trying to get one. But 0-4.
I think my guy's gonna. It may sound crazy, but I think Hawkinson's gonna have some blow up games.
I mean that's not but I didn't name him, but he's kind of in that like Andrews and those guys that you don't really have to. He's above Andrews to me.
I'd rather have Hawkinson than Kittle.
I would too at this point. I
mean, he's the number one target. Kittle isn't so far he hasn't been the number one target on his own team. So
Hawkinson could still have 1,000 yards. It's going to be hard at this point, but he can still have 1,000 yards, and that's really hard to get out of a tight end.
I don't know if that's so hard with the Detroit. Even though they're fighting, they're still going to give up a ton of points and yards.
He can't be putting up 10-yard weeks. So it just can't happen. You don't put up 1,000-yard seasons putting up donuts. You just don't.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm a little undecided on where he's going to go, but I still feel good. I feel good about him. Trust me.
He gives you 908, 910. Dude, that's elite from the tight end. So, man, like back to 500, like we said, that's got to feel good. Let's get to the next week's matchups so we can go with a little optimism. First matchup is me against dead presidents.
You got the Debo picture up.
Yeah, I put Debo up because at this point, man, I gotta go start snatching people's mom's change or something, man. Because
you have to take the wins.
Gotta start just taking wins.
And you have Debo Samuel,
and I got Debo. So there's a lot going on, right? The waiver, we're filming this before the waiver's coming, and I gotta just reevaluate. So I'm not making any deals. I will say we'll reserve a little time for trade talk, but I'm just gonna state it now.
Wait, did we talk about it? You missed one game.
Which game?
You missed the To Be Damned and Barry Bonds.
Oh, right. Yeah, let me go back to that.
Yeah, we got to show Pooty some love.
Yeah.
And shit on Ricky.
Yeah.
What an awesome trade.
So let's go to before we discuss that. To Be Damned, 3-1, 97 to Barry Bonds' 70. We were talking about
Myles Gaskin's RB2.
We were talking about Myles Gaskin because he actually came and watched the game here. We had the commish here too.
He got benched.
And yeah, Gaskin was nowhere to be seen, man.
Yeah, that team's not the same without Tua, bro.
Man, that's something I never thought I'd hear anybody say.
It's not. They play a little different. They got swagger with Tua. They do. They got swagger with Tua, man. Like,
That is basura.
He's boring. He's boring.
Yeah.
He's boring in the huddle. He's not Tua, bro. Tua is Tua. He's not flashy. He's not putting up fantasy numbers, but he's got energy. You know?
Yeah. He has the control of the squad, basically. He has the respect of the squad. Yeah.
He's got energy, man.
Yeah. You got Najee Harris, who, dude, they give that guy the ball a lot. My God.
I feel bad for that guy.
Yo.
He looks like he gets assassinated every time he catches the ball.
He's never going to get a contract.
Facts.
No.
Taking it, man.
He's never going to get a contract, the poor kid, man.
Jeez, man.
I really considered drafting him first round this year. I know you guys, I threw it out there, but I thought was a deep sleeper. I thought he could have like a 15 touchdown season.
Yeah, he's going to be in a deep coma.
He still could, but man, they're not what I thought they would be.
No. He's a good, he fits that system, right? The fact
he's a good. Now he gets points, man. He's gonna score points, but how he gets them, oh man, it's gonna be tough to watch.
Yeah,
you're just like, I'm gonna just close my eyes and whatever he gives me at the end of the week, I'm happy with. But I don't want to see him get those points.
Najee Harris or Antonio Gibson, who are you taking?
Do I gotta pick one?
I got Najee. McKissick's better than we thought.
Yes.
Facts.
But I think that a lot of people weren't really paying attention to what was happening at the end of last year, which McKissick was doing the same thing. So
look, I had Gibson as a rookie. I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
And I like his coach. He's really good for running backs, you know.
Great.
You know, McKissick's the real deal. He's gonna be around.
For as long as McKissick is around, those receiving yards that we would love to see Gibson get, he's not gonna get them, right?
And Najee's gonna get everything.
Yes. So
everything.
Okay. Najee Harris or Nick Chubb?
Nick Chubb.
Damn, Keith, are we thinking about Harris?
Nick Chubb. Nah, Nick Chubb is. Come on, man.
Yeah,
what are Nick Chubb's weeks?
It's kind of a wash to me.
Well, 2015, 8. He didn't score a touchdown. If he scores, he's getting 16 every week. Go to Harris.
It's close. They're in the same tier, bro.
Bro, 45 total. 40. Oh, because he's in a lot of receiving work too, so we don't see the receiving.
Yes, I think that's the thing that separates Chubb's usage versus Harris's, right? Because Harris is like Harris is a mix of a little bit of Kareem Hunt and a little bit of Nick Chubb.
Najee Harris is James Robinson.
You wish.
They're the come on, man. They're the same.
No.
Player. Come on.
I don't know if they have the same skills. I don't know if he's a complete back like Harris is.
Dude, Pittsburgh is not Jacksonville, bro.
But who's putting up better numbers in a worse team?
I just think Harris gonna have a better season, in my opinion.
Oh, do we have a board?
I'll tell you right now, I bet you James Robinson scores more fantasy points than Najee Harris.
Yo, dude, the Jacksonville's defense is trash. They're just not. Pittsburgh is not the greatest, but they're gonna control some games, dude. The difference.
All right, so that's a part of their team though. Like Jacksonville has a better line than the Pittsburgh Steelers have.
Jacksonville's about to blow up, bro. They're about to blow up. The coach is on video like putting his finger on a girl's.
So Keith, we have you on record saying that at the end of the year,
Najee should do better. I was just saying, I think he's getting beat up, but he's a rookie. I think he'll take it this year. They'll take the punishment. I'm just saying he's not going to get a contract.
Right, you're saying that Robinson's going to end up with more fantasy points.
Absolutely.
Do you want to do it from this point on, or do you want to do it from?
No, total.
I don't care which way you do it.
All right, I don't care which way.
I don't think it's going to happen, bro. I just think Harris, Pittsburgh's going to control some game scripts. I don't think Jacksonville's ever going to do that. I don't think
he doesn't.
The game scripts.
What game scripts? Pittsburgh is 1-3. They're not controlling no game scripts. They're underdogs in every game. Like what? Yeah. This isn't the old.
Pittsburgh could show up tomorrow not tomorrow, but they could play against Baltimore.
They're gonna lose to Denver.
Hard.
They're gonna lose
a divisional rivalry. Jacksonville is trash, dude.
They're underdogs in their next 3 games, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Although the
How do you think
Cleveland
they're going to
game
do against Detroit? I mean, like I said, Pittsburgh plays Baltimore hard. There's certain divisional games that.
Yeah. I was gonna say the Cleveland game, the
Cleveland,
Baltimore game.
those are
but those are
different games, dude. They know each other. It's Jacksonville is like a stranger in the league, dude. It's like Alabama or something playing against an NFL team.
You said everybody said that against James Robinson last year, and he finished as a top 5 running back. So
yeah.
I mean, I don't know what people look at when they see James Robinson run. Again, it's not because
they don't see
that, dude.
They don't look at him. They see Jacksonville Jaguars.
That's what it is.
Running backs need a system, dude. Like they need a system. They have to have it.
He didn't have a system last year.
He clearly
Robinson doesn't even know how many carries he's gonna get next week. Najee Harris does, bro.
I think that's where I agree.
Go to Harris's carries.
Harris is a consistent this one. Yeah, look. Las Vegas.
10 plus.
Yeah, so at the other
let's put him in like 13 carries.
James Robinson is getting the same amount of carries.
Okay. For what?
And I think James Robinson can get more yards with the same amount of carries Harris gets.
They say Harris has had at least 15.
I got no dog in this fight, bro. I'm just saying.
Hold on. Wait, Pete, keep that up. James Robinson has 49 rush attempts. Harris has 5 more. James Robinson has 238 rushing yards. He has 185 more rushing touchdowns, more. Right? Again, this is early in the season, but like, what more do we have to see? That I say they're equal right now. They're equal. They're the same player.
I'm saying, but that's not what we were talking about. We're talking about rest of season outlook, and you know,
but if they're the same
I don't think Tomlin's getting fired anytime soon.
Oh no, absolutely.
I think the coaches on Jacksonville.
But that's going to help James Robinson.
No, I think that could help. That could help.
Who's Jacksonville's best defensive player?
Doesn't matter.
Who is it?
That lineman, Josh
Miles
Allen.
Jack.
Josh Allen or Miles Jack, one of those two guys.
They got nothing. That's all I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, we'll see. Hey, we got it here.
Again, listen here.
I like that. I like the kid from Old Bridge. You guys know that cornerback for Pittsburgh is from New Jersey. Old Bridge, man, good kid.
Which one?
Their best cornerback?
Hilton?
No, who's it? One they traded for the Dolphins with?
Oh, Fitzpatrick?
Yeah.
Oh, he's from Jersey. Yeah.
Local boy.
Hold on. Listen to this schedule for James Robinson. Again, I'm not defending him because he's on my team. I'm as a football fan.
Yeah.
Tennessee Titans. Miami Dolphins, horrible run defense. Seattle, horrible run defense. Against Buffalo, not starting him. Indy, horrible. San Francisco, could be beat. Atlanta, horrible. Rams, horrible run defense. Tennessee, horrible. Houston, horrible. Yo, James Robinson's schedule, besides the Bills, which he will be on my bench, has a great schedule, bro. I'm telling you, y'all are sleeping. And
how many games they gonna win?
It doesn't. I don't care. I don't care how many games you win.
But I'm just saying. I mean, that's kind of like a
fantasy isn't about winning games for other.
I think
for running backs it is.
I'll give the Jaguars 4 wins, 3 wins tops.
Bro, the Jags had the first overall pick. James Robinson was a top 5 running back. Again,
Gordo, you like stats. Gordo, you like stats. How many running backs? You can answer this in one of the later podcasts. How many running backs that win 2 or 3 games have like fantasy 2 or 3 seasons, like RB, 2 or 3, something like that. Like it I'm not saying RB 2 or 3. I'm realistic. Game script, bro. Game script. Oh my God. That's all I'm saying, man. I got no dog in the fight, bro. I'm not wishing you anything bad, man. Nothing.
Our stat department is gonna research that.
Yo, but you totally did a 0 RB draft this year, which was ballsy as hell, and props to you, bro. I thought of doing it. Yo, I thought of doing it. DK was mine in the 2nd round. You took him on me. I wanted that, man.
It's hard for me to decide what running back to start. That's how many running backs I have right now.
Yeah, I get it, but they're.
And I can get 30 from Tyreek any given Sunday.
Yeah,
which nobody can see that.
Yeah, I can see that, man.
You did. Anyways, bold strategy, bro.
Bold strategy, Cotton.
When you've been to as many championships as me, you have to. You
did something different. I see it.
Yeah,
I'm just calling it out. I see it. You did something different this year.
Yeah,
I can't keep drafting RBs, and I had 3 top 10 RBs last year, and I still lost. So RBs overrated.
I see it, bro. Yeah.
I also think where you draft, you have to kind of go with the best player available, not necessarily like the best position, like the best running back available. You have to take the best position available sometimes because
I'm not gonna lie, if Aaron Jones was not there, I would have went wide receiver.
You see what I'm saying? Like Aaron Jones is probably the last guy on your list, and you're like, you know what? I'm going to. That's what.
I wasn't taking Zeke. I wasn't taking Zeke. I wasn't taking Chubb. There were certain guys I was going to take, and everybody was joking, but I wasn't sure who I was going to take. And this year, it was either Aaron Jones. If Kamara would have been there, it might have happened. I would have taken him, but I would Adams, or Hill, Tariq. They're solid.
Nice, yeah, because Devontae Adams and Tyreek Hill are essentially running backs, man. That's the thing about them, bro. Yeah. So let's go on to week 5. We got Dead Presidents and me. The projections are always scary against me.
Projections are overrated.
I think everybody I've played has been like 115, 120. Yo, I think Keith, you were like at 124 at one point. I was like, bro, what the hell am I gonna do, bro?
But you be hiding it out, bro. You like held that kicker out to the last fucking hour.
Yeah, and
try to give me false hope and shit.
No, so
yeah, I see it as a strategy.
The only reason I can't really give away how I was doing it, but it had nothing to do with that. I don't really do anything. I don't really do anything to.
No, not false hope for you. You're trying to perceive me as having.
No, I don't. Yo, I don't do that. So that the other team is like me thinking that the other team is like preoccupied wondering who I'm gonna start at all. I just wanted to say that I don't do that.
Well, I wouldn't fall for it anyway.
Yeah, like I feel like you're like
some people may.
Yeah. I don't really play that game. I do that genuinely because
I've done it.
It's
a pretty good game.
Is it?
Yeah, pretty good game. It
like
works
this.
sometimes.
Like this, for instance, you see, I have a lot of people on my bench. It has nothing to do with me trying to get in his head. It's everything to do with me making sure that I'm plugging the right guys in each position. I just want to make sure I'm comfortable with the guys, right? Yeah. So that's what it is. It sucks that I only got 3, but that's where we are, man. We're 0-4. We're 0-4. Give me a break here.
You got to take the wins, bro. You got to take the wins. Don't hide it.
give me some damn wins, man. So
take it.
Yeah, this matchup here, let's just really quick. I don't want to like sit here and like try to help somebody, with their players, but let's give me a player in this matchup on each side that you're looking at.
Well, Keenan Allen hasn't done shit. He might start. That's not what you bought Keenan Allen for.
Where did he get him? 3rd?
Keenan Allen went way. I got him in like the 7th, 8th last year, man. He's not playing up to that right now.
Damn, I think the Herbert thing, everybody was like buying into it, man.
Yeah, Mike Williams got some middle spread. He'll, I don't know. I mean, Keenan Allen was drafted as if he was supposed to get 1,400 yards. I think his projections still said 1,008 touchdowns. That's where he should end up,
Yeah.
And for some reason, he got drafted ahead like 3 rounds. It was off balance this year.
3rd round, but I think it's also, if you look at the receivers that were there.
Yeah.
I obviously
got drafted ahead of James Robinson. James Robinson scoring him.
Hey, just so y'all know, this is the James Robinson edition of the podcast.
Hey, he don't got more points than Tyreek Hill or DK Metcalf.
That's true. No, but I think also it's like you're reaching that point in the draft where, okay, I think at the time he got Devontae. Oh, he had Devontae. Then
Devontae's due for a blow-up week.
He got Devontae, then Barkley,
then Allen.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So some people have a game plan, man, but I think that's a good wide receiver too to have personally. Shit.
I mean, you're not even. You still have AJ Brown, and you're not even missing AJ Brown, which is insane.
Yeah.
Crazy. But I think it's gonna be a good matchup. He can either blow up or put up 70 again. Like he has that upside, right? With like Swift, Lockett, Barkley, Higbee, right? Like if they go off, then it's like, yeah, no, you got no chance. But if they have pedestrian games and you're like, hey, I might have a chance here if he scores 90, right? Like
I'm looking at Lamar, man. It's crazy how I have to play Lamar in a primetime game on a Monday night.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a boring game though.
You think so? You think because Indy is a
sneaky good defense. Sneaky good defense,
That game is going to end fast. They both run the ball.
Yeah, it's going to be boring. I think your Hurts matchup, if Arizona comes out to play, Carolina, they got a good defense this year.
It's a tough matchup. I think Carolina is one of the best versus a quarterback. So
yeah, Yeah, I mean, Hurts could play through that. You got a shot.
Yeah.
But there's a possibility here that Hurts, gets blown the hell up, man. And Carolina, he's a risky quarterback, man. You went for, high risk, high reward with that one.
Yeah, he's a
Jefferson, he's gonna eat, Debo, and I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I could tell you that that Jalen Hurts, although maybe in real life he's not perceived as a good quarterback.
He's a QB 2 or 3, right?
He's QB. So Jalen Hurts is QB 3. He ranks number 1 among all quarterbacks in total yards, and in just 4 games, he has nearly 500 total yards more than Aaron Rodgers. So his record doesn't reflect that, but in fantasy, he's
NFL records don't matter in fantasy.
He's pretty damn good.
Yeah, he's balling.
Yeah.
Hey, what would you rather have, Keith? Aaron Rodgers or Jalen Hurts on your quarterback?
I'd have to go Rodgers. So.
Yo, I'm telling you, go look at Jalen Hurts. Since he's come into the league,
I don't think it's far off, but I think just, Rodgers is going to have a couple, 30, 40-point weeks, They're there.
I got 2 of those things already this year. So,
Jalen Hurts has 27 more points than Aaron Rodgers right now. So.
I guess the correct way to put it is, have you seen Hurts' floor yet?
Yeah, he's giving you 20.
Yeah,
that's his floor?
Yeah, his floor is like 21.
21. He's not getting lower than that.
Yo, that's his floor. Yo, he's a 65-yard a game rushing.
Yeah.
For his career. Any quarterback, you add 6 points to a mediocre game, you're over 20.
It's just tough to trust Philly still for me.
Yeah. Now, and another thing that's really bad, but maybe helpful for me, is that Philly was down to, I think, 4 out of 5 linemen last week. And I feel like that happens every year with them.
And Philly has some really bad games every year.
Yeah.
Like, they have a few, if they're not really good, they have a few really big shit the bed type games.
Totally. Yeah. And that coach, we're still on the fence about that coach too, right?
Yeah, so I'm just saying, I don't know if I think his ceiling you've seen, I don't know if you've seen his floor. I hope I'm not wishing
you don't think we've seen his true floor?
I don't think you have.
Okay.
I think because of Philadelphia.
Got you.
But that's not because of him, because of Philadelphia.
Got you. Yeah, man. So should be a good game, hopefully, because I don't think I'm gonna be projected over 105 again. Next game. Oh, this is a good one.
Do we get to talk about the trade now?
Do we talk about the trade yet?
We'll go through these matches.
No. We're gonna wait till we get here to talk about the trade, because it's with him. No, or you wanna do it now?
Yeah, that's the one that impacted more.
Okay. Yeah, because we're gonna see. Okay, we're gonna see Chubb here. Yeah, HHM 2-2 and 4-0 Will. 110 to 96 projections. We see the kicker and defense. Yeah, because you're not going to play the Bills against the Chiefs, right? Man, out of nowhere, right? So the trade that you're alluding to is that Adam Thielen and Nick Chubb came over to HHM for Zeke. Yes. So what are your thoughts on that? On the deal? I mean, it was approved, right? We said.
Oh no! This is not a vetoable trade by any means.
Right.
It works for Ricky if he truly believes that Zeke is that much better of a player than Chubb.
Right.
I don't see anything unbalanced about it. But I'll say, I think Chubb went 5th. I think Zeke went 9th, and I think Thielen went in the 5th round. So you traded a 5th round player to move down 4 slots in the draft. That's all I see, And I think Chubb and Zeke to me are a wash right now. So, I actually think Ricky is an intelligent enough manager that he actually looked at their schedules and determined he sees better games.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm going with it. So I think it's confusing when you look at it on the surface. And I think Ricky did something similar last year.
Yeah, I was
a title with Miami's running backs and stuff. And Ricky, I don't want you to win ever again. So I hope that you overthink it like you are maybe right now. That's all. And I tried to go to Burger King today to get a hat, but I couldn't. They don't have them.
Next time, maybe he's on it too.
But that was a powerful trade, guys. Props, and I'm not going to stand in the way of that one.
And it broke the seal, so now I'm sure the trade talks intensified. I got tons of offers, and I just wanted to say here, don't send me any more offers. my door is closed.
But seriously though, Jones for McCann. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, you didn't say I couldn't mention it on the pod, right?
Just joking, bro.
With this matchup, man, again, the trade seal is broken now. I'm sure there's a lot of moves. We got Chubb in here instead of Zeke, and we got Latavius. We're giving Latavius some love now.
We'll see. I still got a little faith in my boy Tyson.
Tyson? Oh, that's right. You got Tyson. Yeah.
I still got a little faith.
You're gonna be cutting him in 2 weeks.
Nah, they're not cutting him.
Yo, I think on principle you're not gonna cut him now.
Nah, I ain't cutting him. Nah, honestly, I think Bell or Freeman are gonna get cut soon. One of those two.
Yeah.
I think they were angry at
definitely
Tyson.
getting cut.
Tyson's like averaging still like 6 yards a carry. Like Murray's just a bowling ball, bro. Like they're gonna end up with that. I believe they're gonna end up with that like Murray Kamara style. And who's that Kamara guy gonna be? I'm not saying it's gonna be Tyson right away, but I bet you by week 10 it is. Hardball. I don't know if you watched the tape, but Hardball likes this kid. He's giving him tough love, bro. Hardball likes him.
So you think that it's because this is pass protection? I think that's what's keeping him off.
Yeah.
Right.
And that fumble.
Yeah, and the fumble. I think he can make his way back from the fumble.
But Murray, I think, is like the Mark Ingram now of that offense, easily. Like Mark Ingram, and remember how Ingram was, and then Dobbins came in. Like I think that's what they're looking for. That's the identity they want to have. And who the Dobbins is now, that's the question, right?
Yeah.
But Murray's definitely.
Are you saying Tyson Williams is J.K. Dobbins? Don't do that.
No, I'm not. I'm saying later in the season.
He's
actually on my bench.
What
guys did you have on your bench this week? A bunch, right? That's where mine was.
Yeah,
so, not the same argument, bro.
Not inactive. Not inactive.
He's still there. I ain't worried about it.
Hey, James Robinson or Tyson Williams?
That's a stupid question.
I just have to make sure.
But where did you draft James Robinson? That was like a little different, right?
Third round.
Yeah. Where did I get Tyson? Like 11th?
Yeah. I mean, he's playing like you got him in the 11th too.
11th. Yeah. That's fine.
Unstartable. My guy's putting up RB1 numbers.
Yo,
Cordero Patterson. Does he score again this week?
No.
Nah, he's gonna hit a brick wall eventually.
No,
the Jets' defense is elite. I'm saying they might stuff him.
I think it's the receiving. I think the fact that a receiver is coming out of the backfield.
Ridley's gonna start playing eventually, man.
Oh damn, that's right.
Ridley hasn't done much, man. It's gonna change up in that damn place. I don't know what it is, Matt Ryan. Look, either I'm wrong. Like either I'm right or Matt Ryan's cooked. It's one or the other.
Damn, Matt Ryan just looks really bad, bro. He looks like Big Ben out there.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Henderson in this matchup, dude. Like for someone that people were worried about injury concerns and stuff like that, what's the usage gonna be? Sony Michel is there, all this blah blah blah.
Dude, Michel looked like shit.
Michel is what he is. He's a frontline guy, like straight line runner. That's it, right?
I thought he'd have been better in the Rams. I thought Michel would have been better.
You think so? I had him. I thought
he was going to take Henderson's job.
No, I didn't think so.
I
just didn't know if Henderson was going to stay healthy.
I thought Belichick was the wasteland of running back, and it seems like he is sometimes, but not all the time.
Yeah.
I thought Michel was going to come here and thrive. I did. He looked really good coming out of college. He had some solid games as a Patriot, but he was terrible last week.
I'll tell you, Sony Michel got no hands and no outside zone runs, none of that shit. That shit needs to be between the tackles for him. That's it.
Yeah.
But he's a good backup, right? Like he's a decent backup to have. And then, on this side, I'm curious to see what Kelsey does against Buffalo. They played him last year, and I think he had 100 yards against them last year. So we'll see.
Yeah, Mike's building something here, man.
Yeah, and we know he's probably got Let's Go on the phone right now.
Let's go with Nelson.
He's probably got Let's Go with Nelson.
3-team trade.
Working away at the 3-team trade.
Yeah. I mean, one thing I'll say with Mike, though, I ain't going to prop him up too high. I still think Russ, either Russ cooks this year or Pete Carroll goes, right? And one of those two things, both can't be true. I don't know.
Whoa. So what do you, there's no, he won the Super Bowl, right? So are we past that? Like,
I think Russ wants to cook, right? And, but it depends. Pete Carroll has kept them solid. They've been a good team for a long time, and something's going to happen there, Either, it's either going to be Russ's team or Pete Carroll's. It seems like it happens in years in this league. I think there's still a gripe from that Super Bowl with Marshawn Lynch not getting that thing. How do you keep playing together? I mean, look what happened to Atlanta. They got to the Super Bowl loss, and they've never been the same. Seahawks hung on by a thread. There's something there. So I think Mike, a lot of his success is in Russ.
Yeah, that's true. Wow.
See what happens.
Yeah, so that's an interesting storyline.
Juggernaut matchup here.
Yo, could this be the matchup of the week or
one of them? There's a lot of 2-2 teams playing.
Yeah.
Oh damn, we got a few matchups of the week. Oh wait, let's not even go there first. Let's go to this one. All right, so we got Suicide Squad. Carl, who just got the 2-2, and MF, who just got the 2-2. Really dope, man. So one of y'all got to be under 500, and I'm loving it. If both of y'all could just tie, that'd be even better, I think. Josh Allen against Patty Mahomes. I think this is an elite quarterback matchup.
Wow, I didn't even realize that.
That's insane. And obviously the stack that we love, Diggs and Allen. Diggs is, bro. This is.
Can't shut up yet.
This is the one he shows up in.
Yeah, KC's defense is really bad.
This is the one.
This is gonna be like a 40-point, like 80-point over under.
Bro, give him something like this, but he's gonna have a touch.
Oof.
Yes. Josh Jacobs looked like he wasn't like, at least he got through the game yesterday, right? I think you take that.
I think Josh Jacobs is the only pick that Carl probably regrets at this point. Everything else is, Diggs is serviceable.
Do you think Jacobs and Drake, you think that duo, he regrets those two guys?
I think Jacobs and possibly Pitts, but he nailed his draft.
Yeah, 100%. Yo, he did. Nelson, for that matter. I feel like
so did Nelson. Yeah, I mean, McLaurin. I was on the fence with him. Henry. We all thought he was going to do something nuts in the first round.
Oh, hold on. When you had Henry last year, did you ever get 20 projections?
Never.
Because they're throwing it to him now.
And they're playing Jacksonville.
Evans is coming back soon, though.
Facts.
Evans, he's on my IR. I know.
Is Darrington Evans, like, is he gonna overtake like McNichols when he comes back?
I think so. He was.
Darrington Evans is the backup though to Henry. McNichols is the third down back.
They drafted him with some capital, right? Like second, third round, something like that.
Evans,
yeah, he was playing pretty heavy in the preseason. That was a pretty devastating loss. They don't want to do all this to Henry. They don't.
He's on pace to surpass Larry Johnson's record.
Look, they didn't bring in, Julio Jones and AJ. They got AJ Brown. They didn't do all that with them. Pay Tannehill just to keep feeding this guy. Yeah. They just can't keep doing it to him. I know he's big.
It's also
he turns 26 this year?
Yeah, or 27.
Yeah, I know he's bigger, but I like Henry, but they just can't keep doing that to him. That's crazy. Yeah. That's a lot of touches, guys.
Bro, this is like quarterback passing attempts, right?
This is more than like most running backs like in the league their entire season. And he does it in 4 weeks. Like, it's insane. Aaron Jones is my number one guy. I mean, it's going to take him till week 10 to have that many attempts. You know what I mean? Like, it's insane. It's insane.
I want to pull up the rushing attempts to see what.
Go right ahead. It's like 15-10. That's it. This guy's got 35.
No, not Aaron Judge. I want to see the league, how much more Derrick Henry has, because I know he's first.
It's insane.
It is insane because there's no committee there. Like, there's not even a, like you said, McNichols even comes in when Henry's on the field.
He's built like a damn bird feather, man. Evans is the guy. They gotta have somebody to back him. Man.
Yo, Derrick Henry has 30 more carries than the second place guy. That's a whole 2 more games.
That's insane.
Jesus Christ, man.
It's insane.
That's insane, man.
But good for him, man. If he keeps it going, I mean, if there's a guy. Look, it's what Marshawn Lynch, didn't he get mad that he wasn't like 100 on Madden rankings? That's that's a beast guy, right? Marshawn Lynch gave him the stamp of approval. He's the. I told you, you'd be crazy not to draft him number 1, bro. I would have went him number 1.
But
I ain't mad at you about CMC though, bro.
I didn't anticipate the pass catching shit. I feel like last year the narrative was that he's gonna catch more passes, and he didn't fucking catch any passes, right? So I was like, you're not gonna get me with that. I gotta go with the consensus guy, right?
He's just such a safe bet.
He is, and people get hurt.
Yeah.
And I might be jinxing Henry here, but he's one of those backs that
he does the hurting. He does the hurting. He's crazy looking on the field, bro.
Yeah, he is.
It's like watching a Rottweiler running like at the dog park with a bunch of golden retrievers and shit. I mean, that's what it's like. It's it's insane. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, man. So it's gonna be a fun one. Let's see who comes out with this, because
Dawson Knox.
Yeah, at Kansas City again.
Josh Allen.
And if he gets a touchdown, now you got that. This is gonna be a good game. To me, this is one of my games of the week. I'll
tell you what, though, for Carl, if Dawson Knox gets another touchdown, Emmanuel Sanders, do you panic on Diggs? Maybe.
No.
You don't think so?
Nah.
It's because you're a Bills fan?
No, I mean, being that I'm a Bills fan, you should take my word. I mean, ask any Bills fan if they're worried about Stephon Diggs.
Not worried, but I mean, you got him in the 3rd round.
Oh, fantasy wise, I don't worry. I don't worry because I'm attached to a top 3 quarterback in the league, right? That's gonna put up 40 points.
I go back to my point earlier, man. Quarterbacks mature and they spread it out. Josh Allen's doing that.
Yeah.
Is he gonna have a number 1 guy?
But like you say, if you look up at the end of the year, Diggs will have 1,200 yards receiving, and he'll have like 6-7 touchdowns. You take that. I don't know if I necessarily am concerned, but the distribution, Gabe Davis, Sanders, Beasley, there's a lot more talent there than Josh had even last year. So we'll see. Next matchup is Rye and John, the rivalry, one of the top rivalries in the league.
Why ain't y'all start bickering at each other yet in the chat?
It's not that serious.
It should be. Y'all, it's tradition.
Yeah, it is tradition.
Tradition for John, not for me.
This is ridiculous. Y'all awful quiet.
Yeah, so we got one player in the lineup.
Tyreek versus everybody.
Yo, I mean, Tyreek will probably outscore Anderson and Woods.
We'll see. I will say Tyreek, big weeks. Usually afterwards, he puts up a 5-6 point number.
Well, hey, he sent a message. I don't know if he saw it on the mic'd up, but he said, "Hey, fantasy owners, I'm sorry, I'm back."
He scores in bunches though, bro.
It's fine.
I
won last week with him putting up 4.7. So
yeah, that's true. I mean, you see what happens. It got to come.
You need DK to show up.
Yeah,
even though he's not on here, but he's there. I will say one thing: does DK and Lockett? Do we see one week where they both are serviceable?
Nope.
I agree.
I don't think it happened last year.
Didn't either. Yeah, you're right. That's because they don't let Russ cook. Gotta let him cook.
Yeah, I feel like they're in between with their game plan. You're right. Like it's like they're run heavy with Alex Collins for some god awful reason, and
Who look good.
Looks good, but remember Alex Collins' problem.
Yeah.
That shit doesn't go away. The fumbling doesn't go away. We're all big on Collins, and one. I think you had him, right?
I totally did.
And I had him the year before that. I drafted him
in like the 4th round.
And I had him the year before that, and it was the fumbling. So maybe he resolved it because he did look good, but just let Russ cook.
Yeah.
We got Edwards Hilaire against Buffalo. Remember last year, I think he had his first 100-yard game as a rookie against the Bills.
Sorry to go backwards, but back up to Brady. He's going to totally cook Miami.
Facts.
He hates Miami.
Especially after what just
happened. He hates
Miami.
Hey, but it's going to be raining in that game.
He hates Miami.
I'm mad at that.
He hates the Dolphins, I'm telling you. There's something about Brady and the Dolphins.
Oh, with this, when it comes to Miami, it's always raining in Miami. It's just like
I like it. I like it.
Woods, he may still shit the bed. Anderson, what a bust this year. Just a bust.
It's gonna be raining in Buffalo, bro. That's bad.
Yeah, that's facts.
No, it's in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Bill, we're Buffalo, bro.
It's gonna be raining all over the East Coast this weekend, bro. Like, I go hunting a lot. I'm not hunting this weekend, and I really want to go.
Oof.
Nobody's going out this weekend.
Damn. Oh, so those that have players in the Northeast, make sure you're mindful of stuff like that.
Yeah, running backs.
Darren Waller. Oh, we got Davis in the flex. Okay. Corey.
Some points.
Yeah, at Atlanta.
Yeah, you start against Atlanta. That's smart.
I may, yeah. Atlanta, they're weak.
But, bro, this tells you the state of our league when you see more guys with wide receivers in their flex than running backs. And I think that 3-4 years ago.
Now, he just doesn't have any other running backs.
But it's like, you remember where a few years ago, everybody had a running back in the flex.
I start 3 running backs.
I go to John's team, though. Woods, he's the wild card for him.
At Seattle. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a wild card.
Yeah.
Cup's killing it this year, dude. Just, I don't know.
Cup is a touchdown guy. He's always been a touchdown
guy. Yeah. This Woods is supposed to blow up. He's supposed to. He's got a good quarterback now. Best one he's ever played with. He should be doing good. If he doesn't do good like this week 5, shit. I don't know what you're doing.
They adjusted his projections, I'll tell you that much. Because those things were higher early in the year.
How many yards he got so far?
172 and 2.
Tyreek had that in one game over that.
25 targets.
Yo, he has 15 catches, 172. That's what Tyreek had last week.
Yeah.
Damn, 30 catches. Oh, my Lord.
Jeez. But, that Seattle game might be a scoring affair.
No, yeah.
Although
Pete Carroll, they're gonna focus on Cup. If this doesn't happen for Woods this week, I don't know when it does.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to get at.
I'm not playing Woods at all. I think he's a great receiver still.
Yeah, it's a short week too. I think that's also something to note. Whether or not this is going to be a high scoring affair or anything like that.
And I do like the defense, Baltimore versus Indy.
Monday night.
I am not a Wentz believer.
Against Wentz? Yeah, Wentz is a mistake-prone guy.
Baltimore's got a really good defense.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, so it should be a good matchup, man. Oof, 2-2. Another matchup where a team will go under 500 if they lose. We love to see that down here in the bottom. We love to see that. Should be a good game, man. It's crazy that you're having your rivalry week in week 5.
Oh, me?
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, everybody else has to wait for their rivalry week. Ryan's getting his early. Next game we have To Be Damned against Risky Business. Did you sell the name to Let's Go? What's happening here? Wasn't Pooty Risky Business like 2 years ago?
You guys might not know, but when I convinced Abdullah to get into this league years ago, he always had special feelings towards Pootie Tang. So, Abdullah needs to get on the show and talk about it. But he said that, he always wanted to beat Pootie Tang.
Oh, we need him on the show. We need to hear. We need to get this on tape.
I don't know what it is. I think they were in another league together.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
No, I bet you he got him.
Something happened. And we need to talk about it. I don't know what it is, but something happened.
All right. So we need to make sure we get with our
maybe not, but I don't know. Oh. They know each other, and I think Kyler Murray. Oh goddamn! I want a Kyler Murray. Goddamn! I want a Kyler Murray.
Kyler, bro. Sheesh. Kyler, San Francisco division game. Those, I think last year they went to like the 30s. Each team. So be on the lookout for that one. But the story for the Niners obviously is Lance going to play, right?
He's playing. That's a fact.
Yeah. But they said Garoppolo still has a chance.
Oh, does he? Oh.
Yeah, the coach came out after practice today and mentioned that. But that could be posturing so that they don't know who to game plan for too, right?
Man, everybody named mom knows he's not playing.
This guy right here, man. This guy was playing on one leg last week.
Yeah.
It looked like it. What would Amari Cooper's career look like if he would stay healthy?
But I said earlier, man, Doc was throwing to those tight ends, man. He's going to keep doing that until the defenses don't let him, and then he'll go back to his outside receivers.
Keep adjusting.
Going to bounce back and forth.
Yeah, Gibson, I think, was hobbled a little bit after the game last week, but it looks like he's going to play. He's a tough guy.
Yeah. Galladay. That's versus Dallas.
Bro, but you love this, right? Like he's
missing a touchdown there. He's missing a touchdown.
Yeah,
they paid him a lot of money, and Danny Dimes is not playing terrible this season.
Yeah,
they're losing more than not, but the kid wants to ball out.
Yeah, you got to give a shout out to the Giants going into New Orleans and winning. That's crazy. Not a lot of people saw that.
I'll put it like this: Dallas is going to put up 40 points this week.
Ooh, I love hot takes.
In that range, right? Within like maybe 3 points. Giants, I don't see a scenario where they don't score at least like 24, something like that. So Saquon is good for one, maybe Galladay,
he's like 30, like 32 to 24, something like that.
Yeah, I don't know why they still have Evan Ingram.
Good, Evan Ingram. You put him on a team like the Chiefs, I guarantee they'd find a way to utilize his skill set.
Yeah, I'll have 10 touchdowns over there.
Sheesh. Not that the Kelsey owners will want to hear that.
Gibson, no, back to that one, man. New Orleans, I don't know what the hell's going on with them. Like they'll probably beat the Buccaneers this year.
They're hard to read, right?
Yeah, hard to read. They'll beat the Buccaneers and lose to the Giants. Makes no sense.
Yeah, they'll beat the Panthers, the Buccaneers, and then they'll end up losing. Jameis Winston and that whole quarterback situation. Taysom Hill comes in. It's just a weird thing, man.
I think Sean Payton's so afraid that, he wants to just let Winston air it out, and he's just so afraid that he's just going to make him look dumb for letting him do it. You just see it every once in a while. And what is it? 5 touchdowns first week with 150 rush yards passing. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Let him throw, man. Let him throw. They're not going to win any division this year unless they just let him air it out.
Chuba was a hot waiver wire pickup. I think he was the number 1 waiver wire pickup last week, although he already had him on the team. 7 fantasy points, 13 carries, 57 yards. Are you expecting the same, or do you feel like maybe this week he'll get more points?
No idea. He looked terrible his first half of football.
I remember,
tripping over his own feet, and now he looks good. Yeah, I don't know which player we have.
He locked in. That's true. Yeah,
and he looked terrible at the beginning.
Philly's run defense is pretty good, right?
Yeah,
but giving up the 6th most fantasy points to running back. So there goes that. Yeah, it should be a good one, man. Oof. I know Pooty likes his chances.
This might be an upset.
But if this is
Dalvin Cook,
this is obviously his key, right? Like
Dalvin's going against Detroit, 30 piece.
You're right. That's a good call.
And look at, and again, I'm not trying to scare anybody, but look at Pootie's RB's matchups. Not looking solid.
New Orleans.
Yeah, but Denver got Bridgewater out.
But their defense doesn't play defense.
Yeah, but Andrew Luck, bro, it's just going to be in his hands the whole time.
No, and Andrew Luck's got to play in Pittsburgh, bro.
Sucks.
That's what sucks about that matchup because
Pittsburgh still sucks.
Yo, that's true. That Pittsburgh offense is.
Yo, hold on. Do you want to know how much Pittsburgh sucks? They're the underdog in this game. Like,
how many points? 3.5.
And Pittsburgh's at home. Like, that's.
Is it 3.5 though?
Hold on, I'll tell you right now.
3.5 is just home field advantage. That's not a
home
true spread.
Underdogs. When did you ever think we would say that?
But Pittsburgh home underdogs, bro.
By how many points?
I'm checking right now.
That's 3.5.
That's crazy. I never thought
it'll probably be 3.5. Hold on. I'm
if it's 3.5, it don't matter, bro. That's just.
But again,
that's just a number.
That's a wash. That's a wash.
Oh no, it's closer than that. It's pretty much a pick 'em.
Yeah, it's a pick up. All I'm saying, I don't know. Pittsburgh's going to surprise you a few games. Ben's going to have a week where he's going to be a sell high candidate.
Denver has a hip injury.
Podcasts. He's going to have it.
Ben has a hip injury.
Yeah, he does have a hip injury. So
Denver is going to kill his ass.
With the backup quarterback, Haskins.
I would normally agree with you if Bridgewater was in.
If Ben isn't the quarterback, how much better is Harris? Worse.
Bridgewater, you underestimate Bridgewater, bro. Bridgewater, he's not a terrible quarterback.
Oh no, I like Bridgewater.
No, I think he's hurt. I don't think is he in a concussion protocol or something?
I think he's in concussion. Yeah, I think Bridgewater's done, and you're gonna have that terrible quarterback that haunted the league.
Yeah, no, I agree.
He's terrible, bro.
Drew Lock is bad, bro.
Lock is
Big
bad.
Ben's not that much better.
Versus Pittsburgh. Bro, it's not good.
Yeah, and Pittsburgh's defense is getting
First,
healthy.
my boy from Old Bridge, New Jersey.
Hey,
that's my dude, bro.
Denver's defense is pretty damn decent, but
they're not terrible, bro. They're not terrible. They're gonna get Pittsburgh is gonna let points go on the board, but they're gonna get defensive touchdowns once in a blue moon. That's what they are.
So I asked you earlier, real or not real. We didn't get to the Steelers because obviously they're not in the top 10 in the rankings. But is this an aberration, this start for the Steelers? Are they going to turn it around and be vying for a wild card spot, or is this who they are?
I don't think they're making the playoffs, but they're going to be dangerous the whole season. Not because of Ben Roethlisberger or any of them, because of Minkah Fitzpatrick, the Watt boy. Mm-hmm. Their defense is not going to roll over. Those boys are working for contracts.
True.
They're working for contracts. Minkah does not have a contract. You guys hear me say that a lot. I'm a banker.
Yeah,
these guys in the league don't play for free, bro.
Yeah.
I look at guys that want to get paid, and but once they get paid, I shy off.
yeah. There's a motivating factor that's gone with that, right? Yeah. We'll keep an eye on that, though. The last matchup, your matchup. That's crazy. We saved your matchup for last. We meant to do it. Barry Bonds. He was wheeling and dealing and knocking him out of the park against our boy Keith, Paper Hat.
I just wanted to tell Ricky that I love him. And
we all love you, Rick.
He's not going to win this week.
Miles Gaskin versus Tampa Bay. Oh my God.
I like it. Ricky's got the fantasy gods on his motherfucking side. I apologize for cursing, but
don't worry about that.
Fucking Mixon, Montgomery, my whole team gets crippled this week, and I'm still
prime time RB2 matchups. We got Miles Gaskin versus Michael Carter.
Michael Carter versus Atlanta. I feel pretty.
I was gonna say Michael Carter against Atlanta, not looking too bad.
Get your 10 points.
Yeah.
Get your 10 points.
Because
Mixon, I got Mixon still, maybe if not, day-to-day. Fuck it. I might go Callaway, Waddle. I'm not afraid to talk about who I'm putting in. I got options.
Yo, Waddle's fucking
hey, Keith, you want me to tell you who your best player is?
Who?
DJ Moore.
DJ Moore.
Oh, best value.
No, he's your best player.
That's your best player, bro.
He's your
no, because I'm not saying that Aaron Jones isn't.
Aaron Jones is great.
I wasn't even thinking Aaron Jones.
But the guy that to me, that pieces your team is DJ.
So much that you put DJ first and you demoted Lamb to second receiver.
I had to. Why wouldn't I do that? Fucking Lamb, man. This
guy's a statement.
Fucking Lamb's doing fucking screenplays and shit. Like,
you don't deserve this spot.
We benched him, bro. Not benched him. He moved him
to Lamb.
I do that too. I do that too.
Yeah, I had to. I gotta give DJ the respect. Why would I not do that to DJ? Like, of course, he's gotten like 1 million targets. But Lamb is gonna, mark my words, he'll have a 150-yard game with 2 touchdowns coming up soon.
No, facts.
Watch, it's gonna happen.
It's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. He's gonna blow.
Hey, you know who I did that with too? James Robinson. He actually turned up. So
I ain't worried about Lamb, bro. I didn't draft.
Lamb solid.
But Hawkinson, he's gonna show up too. But honestly, I think my best player is Stafford.
Yeah, but quarterbacks don't count.
Yeah, they do.
No, I think that for where you got him, 8th round.
X.
This is beautiful.
I think Stafford against the Buccaneers, if Tom Brady would have kept up with him, he would have thrown for 7 touchdowns.
Yo,
keep up. He was making it look like nothing. Last week, I don't know what happened to him. They got to get back on, I think Arizona's pass rush, as I said earlier, is legit.
Well, again, you have to look at those division games differently sometimes. The familiarity is just that's what happens.
I didn't mention Arizona earlier, but TJ, I think a Watt on there made a big difference. Locker room presence, whole 9 yards.
Oh yeah, big time.
With Jones.
Yeah. When Michael Carter, interesting. I was talking to the guys, and I'm like, we're looking at Michael Carter. We see that it looks like they're starting to try to work him in a little bit more.
He's like a Justin Forsett, type of utility knife. They gotta give Zach a comfort blanket, and the wide receivers suck. They don't have a tight end.
You gotta run the ball, man. Run the ball.
Yeah. The defense isn't terrible. The teams aren't blowing them out like by 4 or 5 touchdowns. It's been like within 3 scores every week.
Yeah,
for the most part. Within 3 scores. Oh, yeah. We'll see. I like my chances this week, considering that.
I think it's a pretty fair matchup. Everything looks like identical.
Now it is. It was not before all the injuries that happened.
Yeah, that's a part of the game, though.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but like I said, blessings, because neither one of my guys are out for the year. It could have been worse.
Yo, big time. Especially you being 3-1, right? Like, you can live with these injuries if they're just going to be a few short weeks, and you can get them back, and even
we'll go back to the trade for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Zeke Elliott versus the Giants. That was done on purpose. Ricky really wants to win this week. He really wants to win this week. That's a good matchup. That was a good call on his behalf. There's somebody that needs a win, and he's going to go grab it. He's going to take it.
But that seems about the only points he's going to be getting.
Yeah, that's defending champ for you, though.
Yeah,
I'll give you that, Ricky.
There's a method to the madness, right? Like,
I see it. Hopkins. I think Hopkins is underperforming a little bit. Just because they're spreading it out.
Yeah.
He's underperforming.
But that also coincided with this game with Jacksonville, where he literally didn't practice the whole week.
Yeah.
So
Hopkins didn't.
Maybe there's something going on with him that they're just trying to nurse for
I'll tell you what's happening. They're running it in the red zone. Before, all his touchdowns were on scrambled plays. It's not happening no more.
Yeah, look at that. A touchdown was 54 yards. 2 touchdowns was 83 yards. It's not like he was burning it.
Hopkins supposed to be like a 7-8 target or 7-8 reception kind of guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not here.
And I'm glad that we talked about rookie quarterbacks and progression early in the episode, because Kyler Murray getting more comfortable. Now it's almost like the Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen thing, right?
Finding the open guy.
Yeah.
Max Williams getting touchdowns.
And also, but one thing I'll say in Arizona's defense, they haven't had to play too hard, right? Like,
they're undefeated.
If the game's on the line, where's the ball going? You know, they haven't had to work too hard yet.
Damn.
Doesn't seem like it. So if somebody starts pushing them, you know, maybe San Francisco, Cleveland, you know, Houston's not going to, but if they get pushed, you know, that's when I think you'll see your DeAndre Hopkins 150-yard, 2-touchdown games, you know?
This game might be upset special right here, bro.
Yeah, maybe. I don't think so. I think Cleveland got a better shot.
All right.
I think Cleveland's legit, dude.
Totally. I just think if Cleveland continues the good defense, right, and which we know they're going to run the ball, just keep it. Don't let Baker try to be the hero. If that, then they're going to be totally fine. But if they're in a position where Baker's got to win them the game, I'll take the other team all day.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But that's where we are, man. It should be some really good matchups, man. And it's like, obviously, as we're gonna look at the standings. Oh, first, we're gonna look at the biggest blowout.
Props to freaking Abdullah and Nelson, though. Y'all actually drafted a good team.
Yo, big time. I was there last week, so there's no. You know, we like doing this because it, you know, obviously if you're on the other end, it feels good.
We only poke fun to make y'all stronger, bro.
I was there the first 2 weeks, so
yeah. He was there, and then I was there after that, and we host this damn podcast. So it's like, bro, come on.
I only poke fun. I think everybody in this league is getting better at it. I bet you everybody's on here playing DraftKings like with a $20 slot, trying to freaking get rich.
Trying to get the best.
Yeah, trying to win that $1 million or some shit. Like, we're trying, bro.
We're trying. That's a fact. That's a good thing about this league. It feels like even despite maybe one person being in a whole other country, it feels like there's effort this year, right? And that's all we could ask for. This is the standings as we are now. Obviously, one undefeated team, 3-3-1 teams. Damn, that must feel good. And the 2-2 teams, that must feel good. It must feel good to have a win.
Hey, it must feel good to not have a win and not being last.
There it is.
I would like to touch on one little thing though.
Go for it.
I missed out on the playoffs like twice ever in this league, right?
Mm-hmm.
Each time it was over like under a point. Literally a fucking point. First year it was a half a point, and the next year it was like a point.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, bugging, not playing. If I were blowing you out, would you have not picked up a kicker?
Nah, because again, the intent by that point, there was only one reason I was doing it week one. It's because I knew what was going to be out there, right? Like
the points thing, though. The points thing, bro.
But by week 4, you don't do that. You got me personally, I don't do that. You get what I'm saying? Like
the points thing counts. I was wrong about that back in the day. I honestly, like, I looked at Mike. He hate me. I used to actually think, and I still kind of think it, that he used to draft like players that were suspended like early, and he wanted to be like, you know, near the bottom at waivers. I'm just talking strategy here, guys. Like nothing crazy. Mm-hmm. But you know, I thought it was like that. But when I missed the playoffs over points a few times, two times ever, it hurt. Yeah, same record, and I'm just like, really, like it would have been the difference of this kicker or that kicker.
Yeah, I've been on the
playoffs, and that's how competitive this league wasn't that competitive before, bro.
Nah, I think it was like the you had your constant, like the people that you knew were going to be competitive, and then the people that maybe were going to be competitive maybe for a first few weeks and then fizzle out. But this shit is evened out. Personally, I think it's evened out. I didn't do that because, you know, I honestly didn't have a kicker in there, and it had nothing to do with me thinking about benching him if I didn't have if you were going to beat me.
Dude, I'm not saying it's an unsmart move. Like,
no, I'm just saying that week 1, I wanted that first waiver because
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That was one loss. But week 4, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Against you, I wasn't doing that. Doing that. There'd be no reason for me to like do that, try to strategize it that way, and then not admit it. You get what I'm saying? Like but week 1, that was mine. I wanted Elijah Mitchell, right? Like, and I tried to get that first pick, but Nelson had, I think, less points, and he actually made that pickup. 2 years ago, Nelson doesn't pick him up. Nelson picks up Nelson somehow picks up a punter.
New England defense or some shit.
But you know that again, that goes to show the progression of the league. Like even that, after that, I was like, yo, it ain't even worth even trying to have the best waiver, right? Like it just worked out by circumstance. But there we are. We're still in it.
Early.
We're still in it, but it's crazy. I mean, this is what I look at too. 463, 510.
Yeah, you're the only one with 500 points. No, risky is.
I got 460, bro, and then this is why this right here, this 5th place, this is legit. Because that's the second most points scored against in the league right there.
He got the most points and the second most against.
Yeah,
he stepped up.
This right here is legit.
Some of these other teams looking fluky.
Yeah, I'm throwing that out there. You know, like we looking at that. But hey, that's the first quarter of the season. We got a new 4 games coming the next quarter. You guys got anything you want to, mention before we take it home? Keith, anything you want to say to anybody?
Good trade, guys.
Good trade, guys.
That was an awesome trade. I like it.
How about you? Are you negotiating?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
No, not really. I'm kind of, I don't know. My team's a little funky.
Yeah.
I'll go as far as Matthew Stafford takes me. I'll tell you that.
Hey, he got me a chip, my first chip, bro. So not a bad dude.
That's my forecast for myself. You know, I need a good quarterback. Yeah, I always say that about me.
Nah, you always know how to pick a good quarterback. So
I like the scenarios I see coming from him. So I'll just ride it out. And as long as I got fillers in the other spots, I'll figure it out. You know, DJ is cool, Hawkinson cool, but we'll see where he takes me. If he's like 8th in the league, I'm fucked. If he's like 3rd, I got a shot. You feel me?
So you need so you saying you need Stafford to have a top 5 finish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
I can see that. And then you need your guys obviously to come back healthy.
The rest of them will figure it out. You know,
figure it out. Totally. Yeah. Yo, in fantasy, when you got that quarterback spot that you know you can count on 20, 25 points, man, that makes a world of a difference.
Yeah,
I feel like this year
you need like a 10 spread on everybody else on that, and then you can figure out the other pieces. Yeah.
And then you look at Mahomes and he's giving you 40 fucking points, man. That's
40, yeah. Lamar Jackson did it for me. I had a lot of quarterbacks that did it. Peyton Manning, I thought I was crazy my first year, and I drafted Peyton Manning first round.
With Denver?
Huh?
Yeah, with Denver, right?
Yeah.
But you wouldn't draft him in the first round. You wouldn't draft a quarterback in the first round again in this league.
I drafted him, and he broke like every record. I did not regret it one bit.
But you wouldn't draft a quarterback in the first round again. I guarantee that.
Maybe. I wouldn't say never. I wouldn't say never. Depends. Yeah. Depends.
Yeah, he had Peyton Manning there, and I beat him in the playoffs with Jay Cutler.
You did.
Did you go back and look at it?
No, I just remember.
I don't.
Jay Cutler. I think I beat you on like a last play at the end of the game.
Yeah, it was something very dramatic.
Jay Cutler threw like a touchdown literally at the end of the game.
It was that garbage time, Jay? Remember?
Yeah, garbage time. Yeah, garbage time.
Oh, dude,
yeah.
You beat me like that too that year.
Hey, still don't regret it.
No, Peyton Manning. Yo, you were. I was scared.
Yeah,
you were literally destroying every. I think you might have lost like 2 games that year.
Yeah, it was insane. Peyton
That's
Manning
the year that you were.
He had Decker. He had a whole.
What year was that? That had to be like 13.
That's the year that you were like, hey, the waivers, man. Why is it that when?
Yeah, this is bullshit.
Nah, not 13.
I never got a waiver. I was always last in the waivers.
I think it was 14, Pete.
Peyton's my Manning. This is it.
No.
Oh no, because you kept the same name.
Yeah, I think it was 4. No, wait, was that
this year? Yeah, it's this year.
Because that year, me and Mike finished first and second.
Jesus Christ, this shit brings back painful memories.
No, it wasn't that year because Mike beat him in that.
So 14?
Might have been 14.
I fucking had it every year. I had Deshaun Watson. When the year he blew up and then he had to tear his ACL.
Yeah, that's it right there. That's it right there.
I'll be having the worst injuries.
Go into the matchup.
Yeah, Peyton Manning shit the bed.
That game, he had 4 picks.
Yeah, Peyton Manning shit the bed.
I think if you click the middle, hold on. There you go. Jay Cutler had more points.
Got me.
Look, and I had Demaryius Thomas.
I had Steve Smith. Oh man, that was the old squad.
Oh, but hold on. Let's look at.
I had Robert Woods. No way.
Leave it.
Oh,
on
with
the
Buffalo.
Bill?
With Buffalo.
What was I think? Le'Veon, bro.
Woods
That's the year Le'Veon carried me to a championship.
Isaiah.
That was like the last year Le'Veon was ever good.
Damn, I had Kelsey. What the heck?
Fred Jackson.
Eddie Royal.
Remember Eddie Royal?
Eddie fucking Royal. Yeah.
Eddie Royal
was scoring points with him that year. Bullshit.
Hold on. I gotta look at so you were 8-5. Let's look at your schedule, bro.
Yo, he had his record that year was insane.
I was fucking swashing it with fucking Manning.
Schedule for Payne's my Manning.
Bro, he lost 3 games that year.
Damn, yo, 60. How did I score 67? Yo, see,
he beat me in the regular season by 30 points, bro. I was shook.
Damn. That's bullshit. I couldn't get it. I don't do the quarterback thing as much anymore.
Damn, John
I still fucking need it.
Yo, but you scored 57 in week 13 and 64 week 11.
Yeah.
So the writing was on the wall, bro, for your team.
It's either Payne scored 40 and he won, or he scored 20 and he lost. I bet you those weeks Payne didn't score a lot.
No, of course he didn't.
Damn, Calvin Johnson. Oh, man, the good old days. Look, Peyton Manning, 16 points, see?
Yo, you got 20. You had Calvin Johnson, too?
Not me.
Oh, okay, because I thought these were your players right here.
Fuck, no.
No, wait. I was gonna say, how'd you put 57 with just those?
I had Calvin. I do not. That must have been a while ago. I actually did have Calvin. Whoa. Don't remember having Calvin.
Damn.
Honestly, yeah.
No, you didn't have Calvin. You didn't have Calvin.
Yeah, I didn't think I did. I never.
You didn't have Calvin. You didn't have Calvin. We looked at it. You have Steve Smith, Percy Harvin.
Oh, I saw Calvin on the screen. I was like, I didn't have Calvin.
Yeah, man, Asiata, holy crap.
Who the hell is this guy? Michael Rivera.
He's a tight end. He's a tight end for the Raiders.
I don't even remember that guy.
Yeah, tight end for the Raiders. I remember him.
James Starks. Remember, everybody always had him on the bench, hoping that.
Bro, you know you play fantasy for a while. I don't know who the fuck Stephen Taylor is. Is he a backup running back on the Cardinals?
He was a wide receiver, I think. No,
he
was a running back.
That
little guy.
Yeah, he wasn't bad.
Yeah, he was tiny.
But
damn.
Asiata with 21, yo.
Asiata sucked.
Bro, Asiata was a touchdown monster, though.
Yeah, he sucked.
Look, 1 touchdown, 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns. But it's like, when do I play him? Yeah, nah, man, that was good. That was good going back to the past, the blast from the past. That was 2014. Let's see what happens in 2021, the rest of this, man. Gentlemen, anything else before we close this, man? I think we got some really good stuff here.
Facts. They about to watch this for like 3 days.
Yeah, editing should be fun, but because of the length of the episode, but we should definitely, it's gonna be fun to watch. Keith,
I got nothing.
Keith, anything before we sign off, my brother?
It's all love, guys.
Yo, thank you for joining us, man. We always appreciate your insight and you joining us. Anybody here? I do have to mention that this episode is completely produced. The music in the background that you're hearing, that's Infamy. Please make sure you check him out. That's www.infamysounds.com. He's an upcoming producer, really talented. Thank you for joining us. We're looking forward to seeing what's going on next week. We'll see you same time, same channel. For Rahian and P, thank you for joining us. And that's the Fantasy Standard.